Hello.
Hello?
Hello. What's up, bro?
Hey, this is the What's Up Bro podcast. We talk about movies, TV, geek stuff, news, pop culture, and it's funny, motherfucker! With Nary Signs. You know the question is not on here that I could have said yes to would have been a cock ring. I'm like, oh, I've done that. Jeff.
It was called Bibbidi Bobbidi Doorknob.
Stephanie.
The only reason he was invited was because he was dating my friend. It was like a pity invite. And he was like one of the first people to get there. What a loser.
And we have Missy.
Yes, I'm here.
Is also here.
Missy is also here. A girl has no last name.
Not anymore, am I right? Huh? And special correspondence with Steph Mayer Sr.
Yeah, I don't have to look cute for you.
And this is the What's Up Bro podcast.
That's how winning is done.
Hey, I'm Dave Chappelle, and this is What's Up, Bro.
And we're recording. Hey, welcome to WuBro, or What's Up Bro, whatever you decide.
It's a free country.
Yeah, percent America. I'm Missy, and with me is Stephanie.
Hello.
And Jeffrey.
Hola.
And the woman of the house, aka BFF Vanessa, also known as Vanessa.
Hi.
I'm trying to be your hype man.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It feels good.
So we got a lot to go through today. And I don't
Why
really...
are you guys just passing a notebook back and forth? What is happening?
It's
he
magic.
wrote down topics.
And you're like architecture.
He has... There's an agenda.
No, it's just like so that
There's an agenda.
just optional
Okay.
topics
But you
for
have
you.
Out
like
the
the
gate.
nicest handwriting of any guy I've ever seen.
Out the
Seriously.
gate. Out the gate.
I don't know why, but
I want Jeffrey...
beautiful, Jeff.
I appreciate that.
You're very welcome.
I want Jeffrey to tell us the story of the Charlotte ghost
Right, 'cause you
encounter.
just went to North Carolina this weekend, yeah?
I went to North Carolina to go see my favorite soccer team. They were actually playing in the States, and they won, which I'm very happy for.
That's not the important part of the story.
Right.
Wait, I actually have a question. The person that went on your wall and was like, "Oh, is that why Gunner is named Gunner?"
That was me. Nice to meet you. We're going to be on a podcast together.
I forgot who it was.
That was so good.
The person that did
Missy?
it.
I totally forgot it was you. I didn't pay attention to who it was. I was just like, I just saw
Asking
that somebody
questions.
was, oh, is that who Gunner's named after? I'm like, do you not know Jeffrey at all?
No, clearly.
No, I thought Gunner's a cute name, and I don't know anything about soccer. How was I supposed to know?
I don't know anything about
'cause
soccer
they have a cannon
either.
on their logo.
Oh.
So they're called the Gunners.
I don't know
Gotcha.
anything about soccer either, but I pay attention when my friends speak.
Ooh.
He's never mentioned that he named his dog after the soccer
he
thing,
has.
and I've lived there.
Cheese, guys.
And we're stopping to talk.
Oh, look, here's my hand.
Missy, get in. Squish. Okay.
Okay,
All right,
Jeffrey,
so-
the ghost story. Hit me.
We went to Charlotte, and I went with a group of friends, so we rented an Airbnb. Now, the thing with Charlotte is that most of the houses are super old, and like
Or like
you
the
know,
case that's anywhere other than like Miami.
Miami, right? So it's like so we get to the house, and it's like right off this main thoroughfare that's right by Johnson and Wales University. But like we get there, and the house is pretty scarcely furnished. It's all this old wood, and they go, "Oh, your room's upstairs." Because I got there the day after, and I go up to the room, and it's this tiny little room with two little twin beds on either side of it. Total conjuring freaking room. There's a closet that the door won't lock, and when you open it, there's a crawl space with no door to it. So I'm like, oh, this is good. This is good.
That's probably why that was your room.
I'm gonna
Right,
die
right.
Because you got there
That's
late.
okay.
Right. So the first night that I was sleeping there at around 2:56 in the morning, because I looked at my watch, I was awoken because my bed decided to collapse.
Oh, okay.
Like it literally just collapsed, and like two of the legs on the bed,
What
and I
were you
was like,
doing?
and it was at 3 a.m.
What were you doing?
He was sleeping.
I was masturbating furiously.
Oh, no.
Obviously. I
No,
mean,
but-
that goes without saying.
But I was
Things we say now.
Yeah. I was dead asleep, and it literally
Get it? Dead asleep.
Gaduntush.
Which one is
I
it?
don't
None of
remember.
them. Don't touch it.
No, wrong one.
Nope.
Stop it. It's fine. No.
Nope.
There it is. The first-
Wow.
They're
Seventh
all negative except for one.
try.
It's full of negativity. But and yeah, so I wake up, and then of course Christy asked me,
How was your night?
Well, she goes,
No, wait. Your bed collapsed.
My bed
and you
collapsed.
did what?
I got up, and I got up, I looked at the bed, I looked around, and I was like, okay, there's nothing here. And I was like, man, I'm really fucking tired. It's
That
3
you
o'clock
could
in the
see.
morning. Right. And I was like, it's really fucking tired. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. So I just
Some
went to
cards in
the, I went to the other twin bed, and I just fell asleep. And Christy was like, yo, so you just didn't care that there was like an evil entity sleeping in the bed that tossed
Evil
your limb.
entity.
I was like, if that thing really wanted to hurt me, it'd
you
fuck with
would've-
me on
you
the
would've
other
been
twin
dead.
bed.
Yeah.
Like it wouldn't let me sleep through the other twin bed. But it was really creepy. The fact that my bed just like the legs just collapsed on it in the front, like out of nowhere. And I'd been sleeping in that bed since 10 o'clock. So it's not like it was just like sudden. I was tossing around.
Are you
and-
the only person that like had something happen?
Yeah, that they admitted.
that want to
yeah.
talk about it.
Yeah. But my friend's son was in the room next to us. He's 21, and he was like, he was awake still for some weird reason at 3
He
o'clock in
was
the
probably
morning.
masturbating.
Probably.
furiously.
But he had the door open and the light on, so I was like, I guess he wanted us
Some
to
people
see.
get off on that wanting to get caught. Don't judge.
And, I'm not judging.
He was more worried about Casper trying to cop a feel in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Casper was like, motherfucker, that's my bed.
You gotta pay for that.
Can I keep you?
But I
Terrifying.
no, but I won't lie. I did push the suitcase against the closet door.
I would have done the same thing.
I was like, just in
It's
case.
paranormal activity. They can just swoosh it away.
You could have Skyped me and I could have done like a deacon blessing by.
Oh, yeah.
Does that work
Wake
over
up your dad.
FaceTime?
Sure, why not?
Dad, sprinkle some holy water on my phone so that it can get there.
Yeah, yeah.
And then she needs a new phone because of water damage. So
But it was definitely terrifying. I did stay at the hotel the next night instead of at the house.
Good plan. On the treat yourself floor?
On the treat yourself floor, which
Oh
we
my
did.
god! But
That's
double
really
tree
cool.
cookies. Ugh.
Dude, no, but the treat yourself
is that
room-
like like
literally-
gross?
No, like,
because
they're
I,
so good.
I inhaled like 3 of them on the drive home yesterday.
The awesome thing about that
I
hotel,
love double
though,
tree cookies.
the hotel was connected to Johnson and Wales, so all the food in the cafeteria in the restaurant was
Nice.
done by Johnson and Wales students.
Nice.
So they had like
Is that like a big deal culinary school?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's like probably the best culinary school on the East
next
Coast.
to Abuela's kitchen.
Obviously.
Pero
Anyway.
yeah. But yeah, so I survived my ghostly experience. I want to go back and actually do a ghost tour though.
Have
No.
you done Savannah?
Yeah, I did Savannah. That's where my other ghost experience happened in Savannah, when I was touring the Girl Scouts founder's house at night.
Why would you do that?
Because I'm a
Because that's when they
psychopath.
do ghost tours.
But I told you guys a story of how I pissed
Go
off
on then.
Christy, right?
Which time? Nice.
Nice.
Applause.
But anyway, so what happened in that one of the dresser doors just started opening up 5 feet away from me when nobody else was around it, and I checked to see if there was magnets. No magnets,
Great.
nothing. But when we were in St. Augustine, we did a tour that they
St.
give
Augustine
you.
is haunted as fuck.
Yeah. We did, and I booked us a bed and breakfast right in between the haunted entryway to old St. Augustine and the old schoolhouse that's haunted by ghost kids. Our bed and breakfast was right in the
Oh,
middle.
Christy
of the
loves a ghost kid.
Yeah. So we did the tour of Castillo de San Marco at night, and they gave you EMF detectors, and it was only like 6 of us in the group. And I go to the guy, hey, I speak Spanish. It was this old guy who was super into ghosts like me. And he's like, I'm like, I speak Spanish. You want me to try to entice the ghost? And he goes, yeah, do it. So I start going in Spanish. This fort's mine. But guess whose EMF detector starts going off?
Christie's.
Christy's
Oh
in
my
the middle of
God.
what to
Why
do.
does she have any EMF?
They gave to each of you as part of the tour.
I'm
And-
like, I know that she's always
Listening
prepared.
comprehension is
Sorry,
important.
Comprehension.
Comprehension
I got
is
it.
so
Did you drink?
important.
Yeah.
No, I'm full of food.
Wait. You antagonized the ghost.
Right.
And the ghost was like, I'm not going to fuck with him. I'm going to fuck with his wife to really fuck him over.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Smart
That's a smart ghost.
And then they take pictures and there's orbs all around her in the picture. Then I do it again and her thing goes off again. She tells me, shut the fuck up. They know I'm with you. And all the people in our group just start cracking up. She's
How
like,
long ago was this?
This was a couple years ago. No, actually more because Nathan. I don't think Nathan. No, this was like 7 years ago because Nathan wasn't born.
Nathan
yet.
wasn't born yet.
Like I think it was 6 or 7
That's
years
fucked
ago.
up.
She's like, they know I'm with you. Stop it.
I wanted
Fucking
to
stop
go
it.
a ghost tour in Gettysburg because Gettysburg's supposed to be the most haunted city in
I'm
America.
dying to do that shit.
So you so
Have you
I'm,
went to Eastern State?
I'm gathering
Yeah.
you guys believe in ghosts then.
I do.
Oh yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
You don't?
100%.
I do 100%.
100%.
I was expecting somebody to be like, they're not real.
Oh, that's Neri.
Yeah.
I believe in them, Therefore, I don't want to go looking for them.
Correct.
I don't
mean-
need them.
I
I,
mean-
don't want to entice them to come back with me.
I mean, you
You
had
have
your own
one.
experience.
I have.
You have one
if
there.
you've had,
I'm
now
sure
it's,
there
now
is.
it's your in-laws' problem.
if you've been on,
Yeah, the boy lives with them now, not with me.
if you've been on the haunted mansion, one may have gone home
Exactly.
with
That's true.
So-
Ghosts will follow
Fully
you home.
believe that.
you. No, I do believe in ghosts. My door opened in my room a couple of weeks ago by itself.
I told you I was sorry.
Not that time, the other
Don't
time.
be a creature.
And yeah, but that's normal. I'm convinced that it's my grandfather, and I'm just gonna live with that and not really entertain any other.
Well, I had to tell my grandmother, rest her soul, that before she passed away, I was like, please don't do what you've always told me, that you're going to come tickle my feet because that'll be scary as fuck.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Thank God she hasn't done. I love you, abuela.
Respect.
Yeah.
How was everybody else's weekend?
Good.
Okay,
Cool. Good time.
So anyway,
So detailed.
so
Somebody else was talking, so I was like waiting for more interaction.
talking?
She was opening her mouth to speak.
It's okay. That's all right. You can talk.
so wait, I have a
It's
question.
an open forum. Yes, ma'am.
Area 51.
You are going to hit somebody in the face with that.
Yes, Mom.
Jeff is playing with a selfie stick.
Yeah, not my peen.
Just so you know.
Oh, there's a table in between you and the fucking selfie stick.
Challenge
Hope
accepted.
not.
That doesn't. No. I have a question about Area 51.
Oh, yeah.
Now, as I understand,
Right.
this was started by some dumbass started a Facebook group,
Hey,
and
you
it
see
took
him?
off
Have you
because
seen him?
the internet.
He
Have you
looks
seen him?
exactly.
Yes, he
what you
looks like
think
a
he looked
virgin.
like.
And did you see him try to run and show how they were going to run and he almost tripped on himself?
No, because I was watching something else,
Okay. Well,
like my life.
He, first of all, aliens are my border. I don't fuck with aliens. I don't want to deal with it.
ET, phone home.
probing.
Phone staff.
Vanessa, make it stop. She doesn't like it either.
I'm ignoring her. I'm asking the question about the recorder.
Stop.
That's Stitch. That's not ET.
He's an alien.
Yeah, but he's fine. He's
He's a cute alien.
That's how they get you.
yeah. Well.
All right, so
He's cute and cuddly.
So hold on. This
That's
is
how they
Wait,
lure
we
you
can
in.
hook up to the Bluetooth
That's how.
Yeah. Or
Oh.
No,
send
but
it, send it to me so we can.
are you
hear
gonna
it.
put it next to the mic?
so you can hear it. No, but
Well,
we
it's just it's. I just want to show you
His
show him,
face?
him running, because that's how they're gonna run. And he almost tripped and killed himself.
oh,
But why? Why
So-
can't you just run regular?
Well, Missy,
they're
go
gonna
ahead,
be
'cause
shooting
were,
at you.
You were talking about it, so if you want to fill in,
the aliens are shooting at us, or the
no, the
Oh,
government.
the government. Oh, okay.
The FBI.
What?
So
Yeah, I already.
So
I
if
did.
the Facebook, this guy starts a Facebook group saying they want to storm Area 51,
correct.
which is at a different location than Roswell, correct?
It's
Roswell,
the
New
same.
Mexico. I believe that Area 51 is
Because-
a military facility that's outside
In the
of
desert.
Roswell.
Yeah, because according to the historically accurate Independence Day starring Will Smith,
Do not shoot that green shit at me.
that and also it's
We
in the,
will not go quietly into the night.
not that part. Excuse me, not that part.
Oh,
Yep,
that bird picked up.
Sorry, I thought I got it all out, guys. My bad.
That's okay. It happens. To them.
No, now Jimmy, it's gonna be like, and she's gross. She's a bully, and she's gross. Sorry.
So Area 51 is located in Lincoln County, Nevada. So Roswell's different. It's Roswell, New Mexico.
Gotcha.
Lincoln, Nevada is area where Area 51 is.
But Nevada and Arizona are
Yeah, they're primos.
yeah.
Right,
but-
but it's New Mexico.
I'm sorry. I said you're right. I said Nevada, but I meant New Mexico. I'm sorry. What I meant to say was Nevada. No, I said it again. Fuck Jeffrey.
You're
New
stupid.
Mexico and
Right.
Arizona are right next to each other,
Uh-huh.
and there's a lot of places that are it's kind of like Kansas City, Missouri.
Right.
You know. So
Okay, so then,
what I'm saying is that they could be close to each other.
yeah, but I'm going off of Independence Day. I don't care about the reality of the thing. And
well, then that's
but Roswell, Area 51 is supposed to be in the desert somewhere in Nevada.
Correct.
And
No.
in Arizona.
Lincoln. No.
fuck, I meant Area 51. This is all your fault. Area 51.
We're not drunk. I
hold
swear.
on, hold on, because Steph fucked everything up now.
Yeah,
It's not
seriously.
Arizona. It's
Area
Area 51 is in Lincoln County, Nevada.
Oh.
The thing is, you said Nevada and Arizona.
You're
It's
right.
Nevada,
Okay,
and
so
then
Arizona
and
is
it's
not even
Nevada-
in this
It's not
equation.
even. It's Roswell, New Mexico,
Geography is hard,
and
guys.
Lincoln, Nevada.
Okay, I would like to know what is the distance between those two places.
That's not important to what I was trying to say.
I understand, but I need to know.
Let's see.
Google it.
I'm
You
gonna
have a
waste- I'm
supercomputer in your hand.
I'm gonna
Map
waste from
questions.
Area 51
Please, I need to know.
No, they're gonna come knock on your door, Jeff, and it's not gonna be a ghost this time.
I'm not gonna look for it running though.
So, what was the whole strategy? Like, okay, I know he started a Facebook group, but how did he pitch this to millions of people or
I
thousands
just
of
think
people?
that the whole idea behind it is that like let's try to get as many people to storm Area 51
They can't
as
kill
possible
all of
because
us.
they can't kill all of us. And yes, motherfucker, they can.
But you guys are
It's
missing
the government.
But you guys are missing the key point is that it's not just storming Area 51. He said we're gonna storm Area 51 running like Naruto ninjas from the anime.
Oh.
That's why they run so fast that their arms are behind them. And
So they
move
run like
forward.
Barry Goldberg?
Yes.
Okay.
And so he wants everybody to do that. Now,
Smart.
I'm on board with this just because one, there needs to be a culling, but two,
Wow.
but two, Lil Nas X wants to perform at the raid, and they're also
Oh, but
trying.
leave Lil Nas alone.
And, no,
He
I'm not
wanted
saying it bad.
he wants to perform.
Oh, they're quite
He's-
far.
Oh, there you go. 17-hour difference.
Oh, that's a
Jeez.
lot.
Not in a spaceship.
Yeah.
Spaceships like that.
And then there's also a petition now that's attacking onto that to have Katy Perry sing E.T. at the.
Katy Perry needs to worry about making good music before she performs for the aliens.
Yeah.
But,
Maybe the aliens will get very offended by her last album and just kill us all.
And take her.
But,
No,
but,
just kill
No,
us
don't
all.
take her. I don't want to die. What the fuck? This is escalating.
but yeah, they want people-
Aliens are kind of like very extreme. I don't know if you've seen any alien disaster movies, but it's kind of like an all or one kind of
It's kind
deal.
of what they do.
I'm gonna stick with
Alf's not extreme.
Yeah, neither is Lilo, neither is E.T.
Whoa,
Lilo's
Stitch.
not the alien, first of all.
Wow.
And
Well,
I'm
okay,
sorry,
Trump.
Stitch.
Sorry, Lilo's the alien. Trump. Thanks.
Well, no, Lilo's a little girl. Sorry, I meant Stitch. Stitch is cool. So is E.T.
Stitch is super destructive.
Yeah.
Marvin the Martian is cool. What the fuck?
He's
He has a ray gun.
Yeah, he's a little.
So he just
He puts people into piles.
Chewbacca. He's an
Chewbacca's cool.
He's cool too.
He has a
Yoda?
whole planet.
He cooks
Huh?
little
Yoda?
porgs.
Yoda, the little. green
Yoda's
one? Yeah,
awesome.
okay.
Porgs are great.
For okay
Link loves porgs.
for food.
So how did this
They're
end?
so cute though.
It has
Is
not
this
ended.
happening?
It's happening in
it's supposed
September.
to be happening in September.
So it's like scheduled for the future. I thought this. Okay,
No.
It's
this is
September
like
20th or something.
And
like
I don't
that.
know
Okay,
if
but
it's
why
real.
that date? Like, does that date have any kind of like alien?
It's when they gave him the day off at Pizza Hut.
It's when his PTO came back.
Correct. It's when Pizza Hut was like, yeah, you can have the day off.
Krispy Kreme had that day available.
Okay, this is the Facebook page. It's called Storm Area 51. They can't stop us all. It's a closed group of 172,000 members on Facebook.
Are these people worse than the flat earthers?
No, I think
flat
the
earthers are worse? Okay.
Yeah.
So I just want to clarify that this is dead. Oh, okay. So this is not. This is a meme group.
Yeah, no.
Never
there's
mind.
there's
I
over,
want the real Area
There's like
51 group.
1.5 million people that have already signed on to do this.
Yeah, hang on. I'm gonna.
And what's funny is that now people are posting other events.
Oh, the Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah,
That's
that
my
one.
favorite one.
That one that I was about to talk about.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. You're good. But there was like the Bermuda Triangle that it's like it can't suck us all in. There's like there's like a bunch that.
Okay, I
Have just,
found the correct event.
all right, do it.
So
It's
ridiculous.
Storm Area 51. They can't stop us all on September 20th. The original poster is shit posting because I'm in shambles. Okay. Details. We will all meet up at Area 51 Alien Center tourist attraction and coordinate our entry. If we Naruto run, we can move faster than the bullets.
Told
Okay.
you.
Yeah.
Sure.
Let's see them aliens. There's an official Storm Area 51 website. Let's go there and see what happens. This event has how many people have
I would
RSVP'd?
love for the government to show up at Barbie's house tomorrow. Like, excuse me, ma'am. Somebody here's been looking into storming Area 51.
I'm just doing research.
I don't think it would be a problem unless she bought a ticket to get there around that time.
Let's
Yeah.
buy her a ticket.
This is 1.9 million people have RSVP'd going.
Yep.
1.4 million people have listed themselves interested, and it's been shared 210,000 times.
It's gonna be the new Coachella.
Yeah.
Oh my
It's going to be the new Fire
Could you
Festival.
imagine
Billy
if, like,
McFarlane
at the
is
end of
selling
the
beer,
day,
like-
that's what it is? It's just like a new music festival, and that's what they're like how they're marketing
Well,
it.
in that case, it wouldn't be false advertising. Or, I mean, it wouldn't be fraud this time.
I just love that the Air Force is like, yeah, we're ready. We'll kill you all.
I'm sure they will. I have no doubt. That they will.
I don't understand why they like scheduled it so far out. Like
they needed to get as many people as possible.
I guess, but like
If it's only 20 people, they're all going to get shot.
this is true.
I mean, I don't think 2 million people are going to show up.
I can't wait to hear about it from
mean,
the
you
comfort
never
of my
know.
own home.
I
Yeah, from the
wanna
safety of my house.
Yeah, I want to see the
Opposite
videos.
coast of the country.
I want to see the videos of them trying.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what's gonna happen.
What kind of
But
disaster this is going to be.
I mean,
And in-
natural selection, right?
I can't. I mean, the internet does such good things, like so many memes and so many videos, and then it does this. And wasn't he interviewed and said that he was just joking and he wanted to see how many people would get into it, and then he had no idea it would trend like this?
I don't know. I haven't looked into it. This is the most I've talked about it.
No, I'm not.
Jeff, did you hear about that?
Which one?
That he was apparently interviewed by some station, and he said that he wasn't expecting it to turn into a thing, that he started the page as a joke.
Yeah, that was the video that I was showing. He mentioned because he got interviewed by the local news and they put it all over the place, and he was wearing his Naruto attire.
What is that?
It's an anime about this. It's a bunch of ninjas.
So it's
One-
anime.
Yeah, and
Okay.
one in particular that he has, and I don't get mad at me, anime fans, because I only watch like 2 episodes.
He
of
only
Naruto.
watches the Bukkake.
And then my cousin Jonathan used to watch this like crazy. He has like the spirit of some 9-tailed fox inside of him, the main guy Naruto.
Tails from Sonic.
Yeah, pretty much
Got
like
it.
when you see it. And so like it's him in this village and training to be a ninja and fighting other bad guys, ninjas, and running with your arms backwards so that bullets don't hit you.
So
That's my favorite part. You run so fast, your arms are just behind you.
Oh my god!
That's not how physics works, but okay.
Did you guys hear that? Everybody here watches the Goldbergs, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
You guys heard that the season premiere of this next season, it's going to be an homage to the vacation movies.
I did.
That's amazing.
I'm so fucking excited.
that show
for
is so great.
Really, it is.
We're almost caught up. We're
100%.
Season 6.
I still
that was this past season, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god, so many good moments
I
in that.
still love the Die
that's-
Hard episode.
I just love that show does not miss. I haven't watched one episode where I was like, it's just so.
I did the one that was supposed to be the backdoor pilot for Schooled, and then
Yeah.
Schooled ended up. Being
oh,
nothing
but that doesn't count. That doesn't
That's
count
not
as
about the Goldbergs.
No,
Yeah.
that's not doesn't. They've dropped that under the umbrella of the Goldbergs, but I wouldn't consider that part of their catalog. But it's just
it's in their season. It's in season 5.
Yeah,
because
but-
it was part of it.
Yeah, it's a backdoor pilot.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
He means butt stuff.
The backdoor pilot. Oh, it's Steve. Here he comes again.
Oh,
You know what
no.
Steve likes.
I'm actually really glad that they ended up changing the premise of Schooled because that episode was super boring.
Schooled is awesome. It's not on the Goldbergs level, but if you're a hoe for the 90s stuff, which I am, it's a good show. And they do the same thing as the Goldbergs where they don't follow it. They don't go in chronological order.
Right.
So, but so many 90s things. It's amazing.
It's a fantastic show.
So you watch it?
Yeah.
Vanessa, have you been able to watch
I haven't
Schooled?
watched Schooled yet. No.
Oh,
The
yeah.
I
only
need to-
episode
I need
of
to.
Schooled I've seen is the Rent one because Neri told me to watch it.
Well.
Yeah.
right.
But it was super easy watch. I recommend it. So
I will add it to my list.
Well,
So, I have a lot of questions. So I have another
Ask your
question.
questions.
The comic book convention thing, it happens like it's a year-round thing, or is it just a summer season?
no,
Like,
I think
you're
they
talking about
happen-
comic book conventions in general?
Yeah,
I think
No,
they're
they happen
whenever.
year round.
the big ones happen. Like San Diego is
San
always in the
Diego's
summer.
always in July.
New York.
New York is in October.
I know.
Yeah,
I wanted to go this year.
You've got
The Philadelphia one is
Dragon Con's the next biggest one, but that one's in like April, March, April.
Is that the one that's in Philly?
No, that's Atlanta.
Which is the one that's in Philly? Because that's a big one too.
No, well, there's Wizard World,
Ese mismo.
but Dragon Con's like the biggest.
So isn't there a Wizard Con that comes here?
Wizard World is the company that has multiple conventions. They
Okay.
do Chicago. Christy and I have been to the one in Philly and the one in Chicago for them. They had one down in Fort Lauderdale one year, but it didn't have a good turnout.
I saw those tickets on Groupon.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I'm asking, because I've seen
Yeah.
like that it came
Wizard
here.
World was one of the more organized ones that I had been to, because Celebration was a disaster when I went to that.
And it's Reed Pop is not the only person that owns. Not person, but corporation.
So Reed Pop runs New York City Comic Con, now SuperCon, and
Star Wars Celebration.
and Star Wars Celebration, which I heard from folks online that Star Wars Celebration was a lot more organized this year, which I'm glad to hear that, because it was a shit show when I went to the one in Orlando.
What did you guys think of SuperCon? Because I was really, really disappointed
I
this
mean-
year.
was very underwhelming.
I wanted
Yeah.
to drink chard after SuperCon because of the
You didn't get enough bang.
bro, that bang, and then now I see it in the stores and I have
Oh my
flashbacks.
god, it's like everywhere now.
Neri is 1,000% addicted to that shit.
okay, but
He's a bang drinker now.
He's like, I really need a bang. I'm like, you need like the drink or like the bang? He's like, I really need a bang.
We need those.
yeah,
Yeah.
got them.
So, I was really underwhelmed. I was
too.
like, the highlight for me for that weekend was watching Vanessa meet Jodie Benson.
That was fun.
But other than that, I could have.
Even though she signed the peen.
She did sign the peen. I was very upset.
She did that shit on
signed
Vanessa
Of
got
course
the
she did.
VHS, found the VHS copy with
My
with
mom
penis
brought
on
it
the
to
tower.
me all the way from North Carolina. She actually moved it from Miami to North Carolina and then
Brought it back.
brought it back.
The peen has been all over the place.
The peen has traveled, but I even got like props in line, like some because we were in the VIP line because
we
Sisterhood
had
of the
press
Traveling
passes.
Peen.
there you go.
There's a title for the episode.
So you were in line for what?
We were in line waiting for Jodie to sign like autographs like at her table, and this guy came up to me and he was like, "Oh my god, is that your original VHS?" And I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "Why didn't I think of that?" In the back of my head, I was like,
Because you're stupid. Yeah.
But I here's the thing is this was the first con that I actually kind of just did a little bit more of instead of just walking around the floor like I normally do. Like
You did nerd stuff.
I did nerd stuff. I played D&D for like 3 hours.
Yeah, I'm glad you think it was only 3 hours.
It was like the whole morning.
It was like the whole day.
Morning is like 3 or 4 hours, guys.
No, it was like the whole day.
No, it was like the whole day.
No.
He got there super early.
He got there super early and he didn't get out of there till like 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
I started at 11 and I played. Yeah, well,
Oh, that's super early.
but it was weird because they had this whole. It felt like all the, let me preface with saying that Reed Pop did inherit this from Broder, Mike Broder, who sold it to them this year. So a lot of the stuff was already set in motion. So they didn't have a whole lot of time to put their own spin on stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But the layout was a little weird to me because it felt like all the vendors were all kind of squished together, and then they had this giant area open for
Food.
The food thing was good though, because like the food actually wasn't.
It wasn't bad.
People were complaining about the price, but I'm like, you're on the beach.
Yeah, you're on the
gonna
beach
pay
in a
$14.
convention center.
I paid $5 for a big ass thing of vegetable noodle stir fry that was really fucking good.
And
When I
the
ate-
water was like what, $6? And the Powerade was
$6?
No,
Yeah.
it was the Powerade was like $5. Neri was outraged because it was more expensive than Disney prices.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, he's right, but like by 50 cents.
But
not like,
it's like I had a bowl of when I had lunch with Chad one day in the little food court thing, and we had a bowl of like beef noodles and everything, and it
I
was
thought
like
the food
That
court
noodle
thing was
was
a nice
good.
it
touch.
was like 10 or 12 bucks.
Yeah.
So I'm
I
like,
thought the food court thing was a nice touch because I don't remember last year's
was
SuperCon, but
hot
I
dogs
don't
and shit.
feel like
Yeah.
I don't feel like there was food options.
There wasn't.
So, yeah, and our whole struggle the whole time was like, what do
Where are
we
we gonna
eat?
eat?
Where are we gonna eat? Where are we gonna go? Like, it was nice to have that. That was.
oh,
sorry.
I was like,
I
I'm
will-
hearing something.
Sorry.
I will say it
Was
didn't
it?
feel as crowded just because of how big the thing was. The other issue is that all the rooms upstairs were very spread out. So like,
Oh, yeah.
anytime like when I went to go play D&D, it was on the game room was on the other
the
side of the
back
fucking
side.
convention.
Yeah, you have to
center.
walk like a mile and a half to
because
get
they
to
didn't have
anywhere.
any opening in the bottom floor. They should have had at least one opening so people could go in and out to either side, because if you're already on the floor you have to walk out to go up to then go around the whole thing and through the Arctic Frozone
To Winter's Coming.
Winter's Coming hallway.
That was a nice break though, because it was so fucking hot outside
Right.
that walking
It was.
through that hallway was like,
It was nice. I remember I was like hot last year at the
yeah.
like inside the con. I was hot and uncomfortable, but this year I didn't feel that way at all. Like even when we were on the floor, like where all the vendors were, it didn't feel.
It wasn't stuffy.
It wasn't
the
stuffy.
worst
There was some
con
smelly.
was
I still
Doubletree.
that last year that it was at Doubletree was the worst.
I can
It
still
was
smell it, and it was like 7 years ago.
yeah, it was the worst.
The only thing is I and they're doing it again next year during 4th of July weekend.
No, I'm not going next year. I already decided I'm going to MegaCon next year.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
not-
the other big one. There you go.
I'm not.
MegaCon
This
is
year was for me. It was a super letdown. I don't feel like every vendor had
good guests.
They didn't have good guests, and
the only person I wanted to see was like when I got the survey last year, like who do you want to see? The only person I put was Jody, and they listened to me, and I was happy
you
with
did that single-handedly.
I did.
See, and,
They
like,
listened to me.
Christy and I wanted to meet Felicia Day, and we ended up not doing it because every time we went by her table, she wasn't there.
right.
So
And
we were
even
like, all
where
right.
even where all the celebrities or all the
It was empty.
It was always
empty, yeah.
empty. People backed out. Like Jeff and I were gonna get signatures from the accountants from the office. Creed backed out, and I love Meredith and I love Kevin, but Creed was the
The other-
reason
That
why I
was the
wanted.
reason why.
The
Yeah,
other big one that was supposed to be was John Cusack, and he backed out. Like
Yeah.
But Buddy's gonna be here in like 3 weeks to do a Q&A after a showing of. It wasn't High Fidelity. I'm trying to remember what movie it was. It
Nobody
might have
gives
been
a
Say
shit. We
Anything.
wanted to see him
I
at
think it was Say
SuperCon.
Anything. He's gonna be here in like 2 weeks
but where?
up in Broward for
Oh.
some event.
That's not
So
here.
that's what I'm saying is that
That's not here.
That's not here.
I was really underwhelmed. Like I had fun because I was with my friends.
Yeah, agreed.
But other than that, like I wasn't really. I'm fine with skipping it next year. I intend to skip it next year because if I'm gonna pay that kind like beach prices for, well, I didn't this year, but if I'm gonna pay for beach prices for hotels, and then I'm gonna pay for the entrance, and I'm doing that so that I can get in there and still spend more money. But
Right.
you're not letting me spend money because there's nothing fucking there for me to buy other than Funkos, and
Right.
I
And
literally the
we
only
have
one
way too many.
the only one that jumped that called my attention was the Tangled one, and that was it. So
Well, yeah, like
But my amazing Deadpool artwork.
that was good. Well, we got
Oh,
some
wait,
cool,
no, we got the
some cool
R-rated
art.
artwork.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
got some cool art.
I got a Last Supper of the Disney princesses.
That's
I'm
amazing.
gonna put up in my dining room in my new house.
yeah, and that was my idea for her to do it because her
It was.
the two deacons in her life are gonna love it.
Yeah,
I got Ursula and Maleficent drinking together because they're drinking buddies.
And I got like an R-rated portrait of the Beast.
I regret it because Christy and I were gonna get that Playboy one with Cinderella.
I got it.
and Aurora.
I got it.
We were gonna get that one, and
Well, I
we
have-
decided
getting
not
it?
to.
I have the artist information. He has like an online
Yeah, I'm
following
sure you
and
can-
stuff like that.
yeah.
So,
Okay,
but
I
yeah,
mean, there were some talented artists there, and there's some. Cool
There really
stuff,
were.
and,
There
like,
was some cool stuff. I saw. This year. I'm glad I saw more artwork than I did Funkos because last year
There wasn't that many Funkos.
I know, but last year all I saw was Funkos,
even
and
though I got
this
the Funkos I needed, so
yeah, we bought I think 5 Funkos in like
When
the
you
first,
first got
yeah
there.
the first 5 minutes of being there, and then that was it. We went to
bought, like, 2 or
Box
3.
Lunch or what did we go? Think Geek, one of those stores.
Think Geek,
Think Geek, and we bought like 20 2 days after after the convention because we just didn't see what we wanted at the con.
right.
yeah.
Which is not true. I did see a
Well-
few things I wanted, but I wasn't allowed to spend $30 on a Funko.
No, I did.
One of the things
I
that,
wanted
like,
Monica with the turkey on her head.
one of the things that I, from the beginning, when they said they were going to move it back to Miami Beach, that I was going to miss is like, even though it was in Fort Lauderdale for a couple years, like I still felt like that was like
Away.
far away enough that we were
It was like a vacation,
right. That and like even though we stayed there, like we still had to go back to like drop things off and like pick things up and like like it's
That's part of the reason why I didn't want to bring my kids. I didn't want to have to be like, well, do they have what they need? Like, did they come? Are they home? Like, I didn't want to have to worry
Yeah.
about anything.
So
If I do it next year, I may. They have to have a really good lineup for me to go. And if they do, then I might just get like a day ticket and just Uber from my brother-in-law's house in Miami Springs.
I mean, it depends. I mean, because
That's
like,
going to be really expensive though.
it's like
Yeah,
it's maybe a
the
50
Uber.
Because remember, it's holiday surge
Oh, that's
prices,
true.
and you're coming, and it's like a 30-mile distance.
And with traffic, it's going to be a 2 hour
so I've resigned, like, and this is like a first world problems, but I will bust the mission to go to MegaCon. I feel like I could get more bang for my buck.
MegaCon I've never been because Dave's gone a couple of times, but every time I've gone, like the last time we were there, Link was really little, so I took him to Disney instead because I wasn't going to take a baby to a con. But
I feel like a baby at a con is better than
yeah, but I don't
a
But
5-year-old
that's
at
a
a con.
lot of. It was like under a year old, and it's a lot of people and a lot
True.
of different germs. That's why I didn't want to.
So I've just decided that
Con cooties.
next year it's gonna be MegaCon, and hopefully the gods are on my side and I can get my Jason Momoa photo op, but I will not be telling one of you fuckers when it's happening or if it's happening.
You went
it's
with
cute
me
that
to
you
see
think that you're gonna be
Jody.
alone.
Yeah, but I know she's a big deal to you, but this is gonna be a thing where like 10 people are gonna be watching me take this picture. That's weird.
The photo may be fogged up from the moisture.
Yeah.
You're gonna bring extra pants.
No, I'm gonna keep them, and nobody's gonna be allowed to touch me for a whole 48 hours. No hugs, no kisses. Don't touch me.
Do not take my Jason Momoa germs.
It needs to marinate.
It needs to marinate.
Yeah.
It needs to soak.
Where's the gag sound effect?
There isn't. There you go. There it is.
Oh, we need that one.
I mean, I would imagine that we're still going to try to submit for panels, and if you submit for panels, you get
Yeah, 'cause
passed.
we got
Hopefully they
we
don't
got a
hear this
weekend
one.
pass.
Yeah.
Hopefully they don't hear this episode.
No.
Maybe we don't tag them.
Yeah.
What you mean? Like for
The
SuperCon?
SuperCon people don't hear this.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I don't feel like we're shitting on it. It's just like
No, it's just
It's,
they
you're giving
changed
our
management.
opinion.
They changed
In the
management
middle
way
of
too
organi-
close
Yeah.
to the actual. It was like what 2 months before.
Yeah.
Not even. So if people don't like Reed Pop, they can pull out. They still had time to pull out. Like at least the celebrities anyway. I don't know about vendors, but like that's
But
not.
here's where the problem happened, where a lot of people are claiming. So Broder actually started a new con that's actually this weekend
Okay.
in North Carolina called GalaxyCon. Half of our people that were at SuperCon are going to be there.
Okay.
Plus a bunch of people that canceled at SuperCon
are
going to be there. So you know,
I mean, it makes sense for celebrities to be like, I don't like this company. I don't want to work with you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull out. That makes sense, but it's also not fair to like completely negatively judge this convention because they took it over 2 months before it happened. Like it's not like they didn't wait for it to happen and then be like, okay, well now we bought them out. Like it was just, I think it was just shitty timing. TBH.
Really, everyone just is going to compare. In my opinion, they're going to compare. Hello.
I'm listening to, we're
They're going to
listening.
compare. They're
We're
going to compare everything to San Diego, right?
Well,
No.
it's
I feel like it's just a different experience.
You don't really go to San Diego Comic-Con to meet the celebrities because most of the time you're not going to meet them unless you're going to wait in 6-hour lines to meet them.
I think you're there for the panels, yeah,
Yeah. But like
or like any exclusives.
this is just the lineup for
The new one.
GalaxyCon. He's got the Hardys,
Your phone
he's
is
got
blue.
Becky Lynch, and
He's got all of Rocky Horror people.
He's got David Tennant, he's got Meatloaf, John Cleese, John Cusack,
He
Felicia,
couldn't fucking done
Anthony Michael Hall, Ron Perlman.
done like one last try here and then done that next year.
Like that's
right?
the
Like
thing.
they couldn't have just like held off and been like, okay, we'll sell it once the con is done. Like
I feel like we got gypped, to be honest.
a little bit.
What did we talk about all weekend? The bang
right.
and the bang
Which,
girls.
Bang in it.
by the
Bang.
way, was that whole thing was straight up like an
Chart.
entertainment 720
Yeah.
production.
100%.
and a lot of the vendors that I was reading the forums after, and a lot of the vendors were fucking furious because some rocket scientist decided to put the tattoo artists right next to the bang stage.
Oh, no.
So the tattoo artists were saying that in the middle of tattoos all weekend, beach balls would come flying over their tents and hit them while they're in the middle of tattooing people.
no, Coco, I would be pissed.
And then they had to listen to that shitty music all weekend. And they were, if you notice, the second day it was lower. The volume.
was. I
Oh,
didn't
you
go
guys
the-
weren't.
I didn't
You
go on
guys weren't there the
Thursday.
first day.
Didn't go Friday.
But the first day it was. You could fucking hear it from the entrance to the con.
Wait,
Well, you could still hear it. It just wasn't
No, but
as.
it was like it was
I mean,
next
I'm
year.
sure.
so Vanessa, Stephanie,
Missy.
tell us about meeting Jodie Benson. Did you cry? Did you get emotional?
I'm
I
actually
don't know what you're talking
very proud of myself that I did not cry.
You were glowing,
and I was
BFF.
actually able to speak to her.
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
she liked my shirt. My shirt said "Save the Mermaids."
You didn't kick her in the
I
face.
did not kick her in the face to show her my shoes. She also liked my shoes, and she liked my phone case. So now we're BFFs.
But do you want to tell them what happened when you kicked the shit? Did you know the story? We were at breakfast.
Do you know the story?
About
We're at
like-
breakfast, and she's like, "Look at my shoes," and she puts her shoes Like she lifts her leg up.
Yeah, like at the table.
And she goes, I'm going to show it to her. And as she says, I'm going to show it to her, she slams her foot down, but she miscalculates and she hits the fucking table.
And
So you
it
hear,
bang, bang. It's so loud. Like all the plates
And
and
I was
all the
like-
silverware start like clattering. Thank God I didn't hit a plate. I just
was
hit
like-
like the edge of the table. It was it's
yeah.
actually really funny.
I started laughing so hard, but I was like, please don't do that to her because that's going to be
So
a
then
story.
it became Vanessa, don't kick Jodie Benson in the face. And I was like, look at my shoes.
Yep, that's exactly what I envisioned.
But I did. I said, look at my shoes. But I kept my foot down on the ground. I'm like, look at my shoes. Because Neri bought me like custom, like handmade Nikes. The check and the heel have Little Mermaid like print.
It's
on it.
lovely.
They are lovely.
And you,
Does she remember you when you she
No.
Why are you looking at me?
I'm
like
looking
that?
at you, Sabi McSoberson.
I have no idea what you're.
After
Oh,
the
really?
panel,
Track face.
Suarez was a witness, and you had a track mark.
Suarez is dead.
Suarez would
Suarez
never
character,
lie.
Suarez.
Poor Suarez, because when she said it, I was able to go to Jodie Benson's panel, which was the day before Vanessa met her.
I took too long to get there. That's why I missed the panel. And I'm very mad that I missed the panel.
She it was basically like a Q&A, so people were asking her just all kinds of things, and most like 99% of everything was about
The new Little Mermaid?
No, it's about Little Mermaid. She talked a little bit about Toy Story, and like somebody asked her about Thumbelina, which I haven't seen Thumbelina in like years.
Forever.
Wow, taking it back.
Somebody did ask her about the new Little Mermaid casting, and that made it into a BuzzFeed article.
Yeah, I saw that.
So you're
She had a
basically
very
famous.
Disney answer.
She had a very Disney answer. She did. But then
She
at
probably
some
still
point-
gets residuals though. She doesn't want to cut that
Oh,
paycheck.
for sure. But she gets paid. She's in Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah.
She
has the
she's
Little
in
Mer-
Toy Story. She's Barbie in
She's
Toy
in
Story.
She's Ariel in any video game.
Any
the
Ariel
TV
cartoon.
series from the 90s.
Those trash sequels.
Yeah, the trash sequels.
God, they're trash. Sophie bought them the other day. I'm like, these are fucking trash.
Yeah, they're not good. The second one isn't awful, but the prequel is bad.
Trash.
But-
trashity trash.
I'm trash. But so like towards the end, the hour was wrapping up, and she's like, I want to cut off the questions here because I want to make sure I have time for a song. And I looked at Suarez, and I should literally start like, oh my god, she's gonna sing, and he was like, you're hurting me.
That didn't tickle right now, just so you know.
And I'm like, I'm sorry, but she's gonna sing. So she sang like, she just didn't sing a little bit. She sang the whole song.
Which song?
Part of Your World.
Oh.
And
Now I want to cry because I took too long getting there.
I don't think
I'm very upset.
and
Oh, you're fine.
and apparently I left the panel, and Missy pointed out that like my makeup was weird.
No.
which I
Yeah.
thought
That's
it-
not what happened.
No.
Okay,
The universe saw
TMZ.
it.
Yeah, no. We ran into each other because you were done at the panel, and Vanessa, Neri, and I had just gone
Yeah, we were
inside,
trying to figure
and
out
we're
where we
talking
was.
to you, and I'm looking at your face, and I was like, there's a track. She's been crying, and all I did
Like,
was
there's lines on your face.
I was like, did you? And I wasn't even accusatory. I was just like very casually like, did you cry? She's like, no. And then of course I had the devil next to me, and Neri's like, I think you did. That's not a smoky eye. Those are crying eyes. And then she's like, you can't prove it. And I'm like, no, you can, because when I cried in Endgame, I had track marks that looked exactly like that,
Yeah.
just on my face.
It was just straight down the middle. And she's
Yep.
like, oh, God, don't
And
look
then-
at me.
No, and she goes, when I pointed it out, she goes, I thought I fixed it. And she just storms off. So she got busted. But that's good, though.
now her nickname in our chat is Track Face.
Well, listen.
In my
What
defense,
it was.
In my
That's right.
defense, one of my parameters for crying is Disney stuff. So
oh, you allow yourself?
I allow myself to cry under 4 circumstances.
4.
Okay.
4.
What are the other 3? Labor?
Disney stuff. No, I didn't cry.
Death.
No.
You said you cried when you were in labor.
I had like
nerves.
No, I had like a panic attack
okay.
when they told me that I was at 10 centimeters.
Okay, got it.
Because it happened way quicker than I thought it was going to, and I was like, I'm not ready. And
Well,
I
I
had,
think
like, a
you said,
full-on panic attack.
yeah, I think she told me, she said that when they told her that, like, we digress, but when they told her she was at 10
Shocking.
centimeters, that she was crying to Dave, that she's like, now it's real. And I'm like, now it's real?
Now it's real.
Bitch,
Not
you've
when
been
they
pregnant.
shoved a needle in your spine or like when your
I was
water
fine with
broke.
all
Okay,
Like,
so
none of that shit was real.
So Disney stuff.
So Disney stuff.
butt stuff.
I said a bang, a bang, a bangity bang. I said a bang, bang, bangity bang.
That should be a sound cue too.
I pressed it that time, Jamia. All right, Disney stuff.
Musicals.
Okay, yeah, duh.
Yeah.
You're alive, aren't you?
Yeah.
I can cry at seasons of like the first 2 bars of Seasons of Love.
There's some that like.
And
What was it the other day that I just heard like the opening?
The
and I
Lion
was
King.
like- it may have been that.
Oh no! You know what?
The Lion King, I forgot. But that's Disney and music.
I don't care who you are. I dare you to listen to the epilogue of Les Mis and not cry.
Oh yeah.
That shit will put you on your ass.
So I need to watch Les Mis?
Yes.
Which is really good.
All
Don't
right.
make
So
fun of it.
musicals.
I'm not making fun. I just
Disney
never
stuff?
seen it. I have no interest.
I can't remember what the third one is. I'm having like I'm drawing a blank, but I know one of them is like
Link stuff.
no.
No, Dave
Sometimes
cries for
it
Link.
depends.
Oh,
Sometimes
that is a given.
Yeah.
But the fourth one I was actually more of a recent development that I
You
just
stubbed your toe.
that
no.
marriage is forever.
I happened to notice that not because of Queer Eye, but I cried a lot in Queer Eye when it had the episodes where they had to do with like people that like couldn't be themselves, or, like,
Oh,
couldn't
yeah.
come out, or felt
Yeah.
like for whatever reason that they couldn't, like that their family. Like I have a lot of sympathy for like
Yes.
gay and trans people that can't
Yes.
that can't live their truth, and
Right.
Yeah.
that gets
Yeah.
me like
Yeah.
no matter what.
Yeah.
And I don't remember what the other one was.
When,
It'll come
when,
to
Arnold,
you.
when Arnold Schwarzenegger goes down into the molten lava in Terminator 2.
Yeah.
That's when you cry.
That's her number 4.
No.
A fellow machine crashing.
If you know, honestly, she's full of shit.
in Wall-E when the captain defeats the ship.
Oh. Why would you do that?
2001 when Hal's like,
Oh.
oh my god, you're a
Dave
monster.
just came when you said that.
yeah.
He made a 2001 Space Odyssey reference.
Dave doesn't listen to this.
Oh Jesus. Do you guys have like rules? Do you have rules for crying?
No, I cry when I cry.
Yeah. I just don't like crying in public.
Well, you guys already know. Haka videos, when they're in
Oh,
honor
my
of somebody,
God.
get me every fucking time.
Yep.
Those videos when military people come back home.
Oh, we
my
can start
God.
tagging you.
You,
Oh,
you,
yes,
you
yes.
people cry for that shit all the time.
Me and
Every
Missy tag
fucking
each other
time.
in the shit
You
all the time. So now
can-
you're added
you
to the
roped
list.
Paula into
You
it, too.
can't
Paula cries
cry
for everything too.
You can't cry when a family, much less a military family, is reunited.
I mean, I'm happy for
You're
them,
a
but I'm
monster.
not.
You're a
Did you see
monster.
a dog see its owner? That's
Oh
been
my
deployed?
God.
And they're like,
That was the best sound ever.
The dog did not
I
die
don't
in
feel
that
that's
movie.
gonna be a new button.
Jesus
Oh
Christ.
my God, Neri, put that in the intro.
Said a bang, a bang. So, okay.
And I guess now after I became a dad, anything that it's just like a father and son thing, I'm like, oh,
I love watching. Well, Vanessa and I have a thing where we tag each other in military family reunions. It doesn't matter how old they are.
those things are.
Oh,
amazing.
it'll be like one that I've seen 1,000 times already. I'll tag her. Anyway.
Yeah, and you know that the algorithm, obviously, like if you watch one compilation, then
You have to watch
Facebook's like,
Look at this other one.
what about this one? And
Yeah.
then like 3 hours later, it's like, oh, it's 2:00 in the morning. I should probably go to sleep because I have to work tomorrow.
But no, look.
But then it's like
more tears.
a baby throwing up on its dad or something like that. Like babies, I think I'm a sucker for the military family reunions, and then I can lose like days watching. This is gonna sound strange, but it's not in a pedo context. But I can lose
You
like
have to preface it like that.
watching like compilations of kid anything, like kid falling, kid laughing, kid crying, kid anything. I think there's a compilation that I tagged Vanessa in, which for sure makes me a terrible person, but it was a dad who was outside of his kid's school and there was a patch of ice on the sidewalk and he
Yes,
just
totally.
watches
Yes.
all of the kids
He's like, oh, here he comes! Here he comes!
slip and fall on this piece of ice, and to this day, I think I tagged her last year, I still watch it.
It's amazing.
It's great.
It's so good.
It's
So yeah,
My favorite part of that video is that his kids get in the car and he stays recording them. And then,
Yeah.
like you hear his
Like,
daughters
Dad-
laughing in the background. It's
like, Dad, don't I
amazing.
have a dentist appointment? Shut up,
Shut up.
Susie. No, it's great.
Yeah.
My only parameters, my personal only parameter is I don't like crying in public. I'll wait for, but other than that, whatever, throw it.
There's been only one time outside of obviously funerals and so on and so forth, but there's only been one time where I've legitimately sobbed, and it was, and none of you guys are gonna, but whatever. It's in Doctor Who when David Tennant, his doctor regenerates, and like the whole last 15
Oh, the
minutes
I
of
don't
that
wanna go
episode.
thing?
Oh my god, the I don't want to go thing. Christy saw that episode before I did. And she goes, I'm going to leave you alone to watch the episode. And I was literally in the
She never
kitchen.
leaves you alone, so that was.
Yeah, I know, which is I was literally
Do you
in the
ever want him
kitchen.
to have sex again? Jesus Christ.
Chrissy doesn't listen to this.
Yeah. She doesn't.
So she literally goes, all right, come to me when you're done. And I just was walking. She said you could just hear me going.
Yeah.
And I just stand in the doorway, and she's like, he didn't want to go. And I was just sobbing, and she grabbed me and embraced me in her arms.
Oh, what a
And I was.
boy.
I remember when Dave saw that episode, I was upstairs and I came downstairs and he's like a mess on the couch. And I'm like, what just happened? I thought like something happened. And
I
he
was like laying down. I don't want to live anymore.
he was like, but I haven't talked to
This is
him.
bullshit.
The series finale of The Office. Oh my God,
Oh.
left me in shambles. And then back when The Walking Dead was good, I would cry when Glenn died. Like, forget it. I was
Yeah.
inconsolable for like.
See,
an
I
hour.
wasn't though because I knew about it from the comics.
I knew too, but also there's.
It was tough to see.
It was
though.
tough to watch, and also I loved Abraham. So that the first that was I was already in shambles because of that, and then Glenn, it was just like I felt like I could have called out the next day, like I need to use a bereavement day, like none of your business why, but I need to process.
PTO. It has to be a bereavement day.
No,
Well, yeah, because bereavement days don't count against your PTO.
yeah, I'm not
Right,
stupid.
right.
But anyway, instead, what I did was that I went to work and I did nothing. But what the point is that yeah, I'll cry for a good song. Can you guys cry like for a good
Yeah.
song? Like I can listen to the entire catalog of Mumford and Sons and cry at any given moment. Those fuckers just I don't know. I love them so much.
I mean, I don't cry at Mumford and Sons, but there's one song that like I don't cry to it, but I know that whenever they put it in something, it's to make people cry, and it's
Sarah McLachlan?
Fix You.
Oh yeah.
Fix
Oh,
You. If it's-
Coldplay.
If it's ever, yeah. If it's
Oh,
ever
yeah.
in like a show or a movie, it's like
It's meant to
they
make-
may
yeah.
as well be holding a
Yeah.
card, being
Yeah.
like,
Well,
okay, cry.
After Sophie was
Yeah,
born,
yeah.
I heard God must have spent a little more time on you, and I had to pull over.
Oh
no! I was like, but she was in the car. That's why I had to pull over. I was like, oh my God, this is true.
Speaking of boy bands,
Why not?
this is a room of all in syncers, right?
Yes.
In sync
Yes.
over Backstreet Boys.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, got it. Just wanted to make sure.
Thank you, Chris. I'm gonna give a shout out to Chris because he was at Target and they had the Zoolander Merman and the Teen Wolf, and he's getting them for me.
Way to go, Chris.
Good job, work wife.
Thank you. Well, not anymore. He left me.
Yeah, found out about
Son
that.
of a
Sorry,
bitch.
BFF.
Son of a bitch.
All your work wives are leaving.
Son of a bitch. So this is a room of all in syncers.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
I have not declared one over the other. I know other people choose to do that, so I wanted to make sure that I watched my step.
Yeah.
By step.
Ooh, baby, gonna get to you, girl.
Step one.
There you go. That's what we needed. Oh wait, did anything interesting come out of San Diego? Santiago?
No, nothing.
No?
No.
Oh, okay.
Nothing at all.
Hey, you know what?
I was like,
Pretty boring.
I have a question.
But there were things.
but I seen articles.
Have you guys recently seen a perfect trailer you want to talk about?
Stop pussyfooting around.
Oh, meow. Okay, so
Oh my god!
you just got it?
Did you just get that we were fucking talking about cats?
No. Do you remember
Well, stop laughing, bitch, and tell me.
in the first Twilight movie?
Oh, Lord have
This is
mercy.
a meow.
Do it.
Flawless.
No.
Thank you. Thank you for that. It was a flawless victory. Yes, it was. But that's the funniest part of the entire movie. Is a guy sitting on the boat. He's about to get killed, and he's singing a song. He goes something. Mama said meow. And every time,
me?
I swear to God, and every
Get
time.
the fuck out of here.
Now,
I've never seen Twilight.
Any of them.
just so you know, like now, like Fanny and I will drink and we'll watch them just to fucking laugh our asses
We
off.
should watch Twilight with me. You guys
We should.
For a Rotterdam.
Get me drunk.
What's its
I don't.
It's
in
like
my
11.
mind, it's a fucking
11% because I was talking to Jonathan
Oh,
and Fanny
yeah?
about it on Saturday night. Yeah, it's 11%.
I'm totally
Since
down to do
since I
this.
got you to do the Sharknadoes,
I'm totally down
You'll
to
do the
this.
Twilight.
I'll do Twilight,
Okay.
and then we'll do Zombie Tidal Wave,
Nope.
which was also something that came out of Comic-Con. Ian Ziering's
I'm
version.
already in.
But wait, the Cats trailer came out before San
It
Diego.
came out on Thursday.
No, it was Thursday. Comic-Con starts on Thursday.
Yeah.
So it came out part
It
of
came out with
the.
Top Gun with.
So Neri and I
Hold on,
did talk
wait.
about it Friday. So if to the listeners, you may be listening to this after you heard us, but we did call you,
Wait,
Steph.
which Twilight are you talking about?
Twilight, like sparkly vampire Twilight.
It's 49%.
That's still less than.
There was
the
one of them
threshold.
that was
Less than
11%.
The threshold's like 6%, 60, isn't it?
I thought it was 40.
I thought it was 40.
Was it 40? Did
We can pick another one. There's another one that's below that. I
I mean,
promise.
listen.
can
We
watch it
came up. We
anyway.
came up with it.
I mean, you could
I don't
also
know,
change
fucking-
the rules.
Yeah,
Exactly.
laws change. I mean, not in this country, but everywhere else they do.
Before they dropped the trailer for Cats, like 2 days before, there was a making of little snippet, like 5-minute video of them like in rehearsals, and then they showed like the sets and like the practical set that were like
Yeah.
humans, like big people size to make
Right.
it seem so like. It made it actually. I'm not a Cats fan. There's like 4 musicals that I don't like, and Cats is one of them. I appreciate it for what it is, but I'm like, there's one good song in that show, and that's fucking it.
Memories.
Yeah.
New Moon is 28%.
Okay.
I told you that we had more. What's behind me? What?
I was looking at my books for the titles. I don't
There's a
remember
ghost
the
behind
titles.
you.
Diarrhea.
The boy is here.
Breaking Dawn. I think it's Breaking Dawn 1 or 2 is 11%. But anyway, so my favorite commentary about this trailer was when Christy always wins. Christy goes, I feel that the Katy Perry and Taylor Swift beef was squashed because Taylor Swift had Katy come over to watch like a rough cut of Cat and was like, oh no, we have to squash this. Everyone's gonna hate you already. And I was like, bro, how does she do this? She fucking wins every time. And even though she's not listening, I love you, Christy.
So the making of actually made it seem interesting. I was like, okay, maybe this isn't going to be like a pile of hot garbage.
Except
that it is.
Except
they went to Taco Bell at 3:00 in the morning after drinking all night.
2 days later, they mentioned something in passing in the making of about having like a motion capture like animated fur, and I'm like, well, CGI has come a long way. Like even I remember 10 years ago.
Just keep on trucking.
Right. I remember 10 years ago in Transformers, like those fucking robot trucks looked real. You know, like they don't look like the cheesy. Like for me, the first Harry Potter movie has the worst CGI I've ever seen in my life. Like
You didn't watch Sharknado with us.
Well,
Sharknado's amazing. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Sharknado stole my life.
But my point is that I was going into it like with an open mind. I'm like, man, things have come a long way. Like, let me not be an asshole about this and like give it a fair shot. So then
And she never says that.
I made
flawless victory.
I missed at some point in the chat when you linked it, and I was like, "Oh, I've been waiting for it." And there he's like, "It's been here for like an hour." So I went back and watched it. I went back and watched it, and I was like, "What the hell is this?"
That looked like a fever dream.
You know
Like
what
it
it looked
straight
like?
up looked like a fucking
Like a
fever
bad
dream.
trip.
You know
Yeah.
those like. Do you know those pictures from the 90s where you would like morph from like a person to an animal? It's like the morph that's got stuck
It's
in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Hermione when she
Right.
did the polyjuice
Exactly.
potion.
That's exactly what it is. It's so weird looking.
Yeah,
Like I feel like if
it's like uncomfortable.
if a human was actually able to fuck a cat and
Yeah.
make it have a baby, like that's what they look
I
like.
want the meeting notes of where it was decided that it was a good idea to CGI the fucking fur on these people.
But it's not even that it's CGI.
It looks-
furred. It's that it's bad CGI.
But you know what it looks
it's like Justice
you
League
know
bad.
how you know what's a better CGI? You know in the haunted mansion where their lady's head is
Yes,
floating at the
yes.
end.
You are
That
correct.
has outlived many decades and presidents. It's better than the fucking Cats trailer.
I look the show so they don't look that different than what they're supposed to look like in the show, in the sense it is supposed to be like a human wearing a cat costume, and
Right.
it's not. They're not trying to like hoodwink you into thinking
That
that,
they're
you're
actual
they're
cats.
actual cats. Like we're all in on the joke, right? But
Hoodwinked.
then they like
That's a good
took
word.
that and applied it to this movie, and it's like nightmare fuel. It really is.
I have no fucking. I'm gonna watch it.
I'm gonna watch it because I feel like I have to.
Well, because if we, especially for WuBro end of the year,
Yeah.
I try to watch every movie that comes out. So in case somebody makes a terrible decision of putting one of those movies.
Oh,
on there.
but you know what? Everyone should stay home for award season next year because
Oh.
Yeah.
because
'Cause-
that's it.
Because fucking Tom Hanks has won the
That's it.
universe.
Talk about crying in public. I was like, I just sneezed. I just sneezed. I'm fine.
All this
cry
fucking
watching
dirt. Oh God.
These allergies. God damn it.
I didn't cry watching the trailer, but Dave saw the documentary last year.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't get around to it, but Dave saw it.
Oh
and
yeah, the documentaries. I saw it.
He
Awesome.
and Lisa skipped work to go watch it, and they went to.
We skipped work to watch Twilight movies. Like, it's fine.
I know, but that was also 10 years ago.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry, I
We didn't have
tried.
as many
Right,
responsibilities as we do.
I
now.
tried.
Yeah, they played hooky at work to go watch Won't You Be My Neighbor, and they were. But I mean, granted, these people cry for everything, but they said that they were like sobbing the entire movie.
It was a great documentary. I did get misty eyed. Never mind, I didn't. No, I loved it, but the documentary was great. It didn't make my top 10 for, I don't remember why, but I loved it.
Yeah.
And I didn't buy it because Dave like bought it like
yeah.
2
It
seconds
Didn't make
after.
your top 10 because you put your White Boy Rock documentary on it instead.
Believer?
Yeah.
The documentary about Dan Reynolds trying to save Mormons from not killing themselves?
Right, White Boy Rock.
Yeah, that's what it was. Anyway. I'm trying to find the meow scene here, man. Back off, bitch. I'm trying to watch it. I'm trying to figure
She's
out where.
watching Twilight.
I'm not watching. I'm letting it play and trying to catch the meow scene.
But yeah, no, but the other stuff besides what you guys already talked about with the Top Gun trailer and blah blah.
I
blah.
hadn't seen the Top Gun trailer and I watched it and gave a reaction, but I loved it. I'm so psyched for that movie. I don't know. I missed what the reaction was for the rest of the people.
Christy goes, I saw it. Do you think we really need that? And then I slapped her in the face. Not hard. Like loving slap, like a little tap.
Oh,
But
yeah, no.
Christy,
Okay, I'm gonna get a missy reaction, but I've never seen Top Gun,
I haven't seen
and
it
I don't
either.
care to see it.
Me neither.
Ooh, wow. Okay, well.
I mean, I know what happens.
why are you rewinding?
I
that?
don't know.
I don't want to hear it again.
She's trying-
I don't care to see Top
Yeah, yeah.
Gun.
That's what I was looking for.
Wow,
I don't know
really?
where the sounds are.
I never.
But
saw
Top
it.
Gun is like prime Tom Cruise before the
I've
aliens.
never thought that he was attractive.
I'm not talking about attractive.
He's attractive. When he was not crazy.
No.
He's always been crazy.
No. But that the Scientology thing was like around the time that he divorced Nicole Kidman.
No, I know,
Before
but-
that, he was like the it guy.
Yeah.
I understand.
But I never found him attractive. But Top Gun is a great fucking. It's Goose.
Bro,
He
and Val
dies.
Kilmer and you.
Spoiler. alert.
Wow.
everybody knows.
And
that
Val
Goose
Kilmer
died.
going,
It's
I-
been 25 years.
Man,
Relax.
Man, I love that fucking movie.
I love that.
Man, he bites the air.
What time was that at?
That was exactly an hour.
I don't know why, but as a child, I was like, "Why is he biting the air? Why will nobody explain it to
Bro,
me?"
in the
What is this strange
volleyball
feeling
scene,
in my
Kenny
face?
Loggins soundtrack.
Come
Get the
on.
take my breath away.
That was a pivotal moment in my movie watching experience as a child because I was like, "Are they having sex?"
Yeah.
It was the second sex scene. It was the first one
Yeah.
I ever watched was Dirty Dancing, but the second one I was like, "Oh my god,
Wait,
they love
but
each other."
when you were that young, did you know what sex was, or did you just like know that the term sex was used for like those kinds of things, but you didn't know what?
yeah, I
actually
didn't know what
happened?
it was. You've heard the story?
No, I'm just curious. because,
There was
like, I
Maria's
had a-
talk.
I had a definition.
fighting each other?
No, we're not.
I had
This
a-
is
Why are
actually
They wrestling under the sheets with their clothes off. I don't understand.
I had
know.
like a definition in my head when I was like 7 years old of like what sex was.
What was
and
it?
Like just when you kiss naked. Because that's what all I had ever seen in movies. is
Well,
that
yeah,
they
well,
get naked and
that's
they
what I was
kiss,
getting
and
at.
I was like,
It's
that's
like
what
what you-
happens in sex.
It's what you see in the movies. It's what you see in the movies. It's what your parents tell you, what you learn in human growth and development. And then when you watch in porn, that is the evolution of my sex.
No, you're correct.
My sex education.
Oh, the day that my cable messed up and I had all the channels for free, I became a man that day.
Jesus.
Well, my parents
They're
had
like, "Hey, do you want to have dinner?" No, I'm good.
my parents,
great.
My parents
I'm
had
on a
an,
diet.
my parents had an illegal cable box, back in the 90s that at like
She's
10
just kidding, Anna.
this is like 20 years ago.
I know,
That it like at 10 it would switch to pay-per-view, and I was like 10 watching.
I found it.
Way
I found
too
it.
much porn.
We can watch it later.
Okay.
The
Do you
meows.
have the Bluetooth?
No.
No, but I can play it to the mic. It's not important. It's just a joke that 2008 Stephanie and Missy laughed about. But yeah, I didn't. How are you supposed to know?
No, you don't. You just look at what you've seen in the movies.
Yeah.
And then I would make my Barbies have sex.
Have sex?
Oh yeah,
Have
too.
sex?
I would just
No, I
like
would
bump
just
them
put-
together.
No, I wouldn't
Wow,
even do
look
that.
at these
I would
princesses with Barbies.
I would
Jeez.
just put them in a bed
Don't
naked
hate.
and like put them like their mouths together.
Yeah, they
And I
would just like
leave
make
them there.
out,
And I
like,
would just leave them there.
Meanwhile, at my house, it's like,
and then they would have a baby.
and meanwhile, at my house, I was like, Macho Man, ooh yeah.
Macho Man and Hulk. Yeah, Macho Man and Hulk Hogan making sweet man love.
No, that's not where I went with it, but sure. No judgment. But yeah, so there was the Top Gun, there was Cats, what else happened? There was the Mr. Rogers trailer.
Well, Mr. Rogers was this morning.
Mr. Rogers came out after SuperCon.
Yeah.
I mean, Comic-Con.
Comic-Con.
Oh, okay.
They had Christy was excited, the Veronica Mars thing, that they did a panel
Yeah.
and they dropped that, hey, season 4 is available now.
I know.
3, right?
No, 4. Yeah. She got me hooked on it, surprisingly enough. And I was like cruising through it like, oh, I have another week, I'll be fine. And nope, I'm fucked
Yeah.
because I haven't started season 2 and I have to get through 2, 3, the movie, and then
4.
watch the 4th one. So I'll be done in about 6 weeks. So
Well, and then they had Supernatural that got me a little choked up.
why were they crying? I didn't
It's
catch
the final
that.
season.
Oh, so there was a final panel.
This is the show. Like Jensen Ackles was famous because of the soap operas before and stuff like that, but it wasn't to the
But
level.
he was
that,
he did like the
Young and the
guest,
Restless or-
but I feel like he also did like the guest starring and like various CW.
Yeah, he was in Dawson's Creek for a couple
and Jared
episodes.
Padalecki was Gilmore Girls.
Right. I don't
Dean,
know.
stupid Dean. I mean,
But-
I love him,
But
but
like their big claim to fame was
Right,
the show.
right,
It's
right.
been this is the 15th season, 16th.
One of them is married to one of the girls from One Tree Hill.
Well, when the wife. Is,
didn't they both meet their wives on the show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Jeff told me that.
And
That's Jeff.
And they did an episode where
thanks.
they played their actual selves, but they were the characters Sam and Dean, but they were in an alternate universe.
The TV show one.
Yeah,
Yeah, I watched that
they were
episode, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I do wanna-
it's a different one.
Oh, okay.
But they were very emotional. They were crying because like they've been really attached to these characters.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it'll be like. I mean, I know that you hate the show, like, and I'm the only one that watches it. But it's like the day that Grey's ends, I'm sure will be
Right.
like that because we've been.
Christy watches it. She'll be devastated.
I meant in the room. I mean,
Oh, that show's. I know it's good because Shonda Rhimes. I would trust her with my life, but it's just so sad.
I mean, it is, but I mean, I know it was good. Now it's ridiculous, and I know that. I fully understand that it's like probably not the best. It's just.
but you've invested
I've
so many
invested
years.
so many years, and
That's how I
every
feel.
year after I say I'm gonna quit, and
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't. Like I'm in too deep. at
That's
this
how I
point
feel about The Walking Dead.
That I just can't. I can't not do it.
That's how I
anymore.
feel about The Walking Dead. You never watched it, The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You quit?
I quit. I
quit after
I
which
watched.
one?
I watched. No, I watched. So I quit this first year into the prison because I dragged the prison on way too long, and in the
Okay.
comics it was not that long.
Okay.
Then I caught up again, and then what I would do is I would wait till the season would end and watch it on Netflix
Right.
because they would.
Yeah. They
would
drop
release
it in
like,
October.
a month before the new season,
Uh-huh.
and that's how I kept up. But then after the whole I just wanted to see if they kept with the comics, and after the Glenn Abraham episode, I stopped watching. it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I have not, but I'm of that opinion that I'm in too deep and I care about the characters a lot. And now they did release but it wasn't even a trailer. It was just like a formally announcing that there will be a Walking Dead movie with Rick Grimes returning.
Right.
And also the other big news for The Walking Dead was that Denai was leaving. I can't pronounce her last
Yeah,
name,
she's
so I'm not even
leaving
going
the
to try,
show.
but she's leaving.
Gurira, I think. Is
Yeah,
how
she's
it's like.
leaving.
She's leaving, so
'Cause
I
she's
feel
in
like the show, like
She's in
somebody
the
should,
MCU now.
But now
so
they're
she's
trying to get
fine.
Lauren Cohen back because her show Whiskey Cavalier bombed.
yeah,
So
I
they're
could
trying
have
to
told you
bring
that
her
was
back.
going to happen.
Yeah.
That
yeah,
show
I
looked
know.
Like it was fucking
but
awful.
still, I would love for this show to have be put to bed. Honestly, I am a big. I ride hard for
They
the
said
show.
There's like 10 more years of it though.
No,
The creator, even though the comic book
They
series
just ended the comic series.
the
just
comic
ended.
book series ends, but I don't know what else they can do with the show. Like they're gonna keep biting off of the comic books.
No, they've stopped biting off the comic books a
Right.
while ago.
So that's what I'm saying. Just put it to bed already. Like I ride hard for the show, and I would love for
It's
it
a
to
cash
end
cow, though.
already. Yeah,
Even
but
though with people
you can
aren't happy.
start with movies or just like the cast is fucking leaving. If Norman Reedus leaves,
No, the show dies.
they're so fucking
Yeah.
dead. Get it? But yeah. So I don't know. Thank you. Thank you very much. That wasn't me, Jamia. So yeah, that was another interesting development that they confirmed that. I think that it was confirmed, but they have like a teaser trailer or whatever for it. So
Yeah, and
And no, that's it.
yeah, Marvel didn't do anything.
No.
No.
bro, for like 2 hours, I'm like, what is all of this? Someone, I need a whiteboard. I need a PowerPoint to explain to me what the fuck is happening because I don't know.
A lot of it was coming out like on Saturday as we were setting up for like Dave's birthday gathering.
I had no
so
idea.
I didn't see it until much later when we were playing What Do You Meme, and I'm just flipping through Instagram and I'm like, oh my god, this, oh my god, this, and everybody's looking at me like, yeah.
I was having
I'm
lunch.
sorry, I've been putting this party together, thanks.
And that's how she put it together too, like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do this. You know how like Vanessa's I'm funny dance. I'm putting parties.
What's the like, because I didn't pay attention to it as it was being announced, but out of everything that was announced, what is like the three things that everybody was like, oh shit?
Well,
is it the Natalie Portman thing?
that they confirmed the Black Widow movie?
Okay, well she kind of like confirmed it earlier on
to
Ellen.
me, because they saved it for the very fucking end. Their big, like, hey, here's my big old penis.
Suck on these nuts.
And I always can never pronounce his first name right, but Mustafa
Oh, Mahershala Ali.
or Mahershala Ali
Bless you.
is going to be Blade.
I'm
But the way they did it was that they basically outlined the entire Phase 4.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Okay.
They outlined all of Phase 4, the movies and the TV shows
Okay.
that are going to be on Disney
Okay.
Plus. Then they ended it that they brought everybody back on stage, and they're like, "Oh wait, we forgot someone." And they call him out, and he walks out with a cap in his hand, and he hugs Kevin Feige, and he's like, or Feige, and he goes, "Hey, you brought your own hat?" And he's like, "Oh yeah." And he puts the hat on, and it's a Blade hat, and then you see the logo come in the background.
wow.
And it's like,
That's a pretty dope announcement.
but they've already and he casually, before he brought him out, he casually was like, yeah, we haven't talked about a lot of other stuff in this, like Guardians 3's coming out,
Right.
and we're working on Black Panther 2.
The Gunn brother confirmed that he is working on that Galaxy 3 is coming out, but he's working on something else before
the Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad. Yeah, that.
So and then
The Gunn brother.
and then he casually goes, and then the Fantastic Four was coming, and
Which Dave's been waiting on the
Yeah.
Fantastic Four. For,
and he's like, and we've got some mutants too that we need to figure out what to do with now.
Who's that?
The X-Men,
X-Men.
now are their property.
Oh,
because when they bought Fox
are they gonna redo all of that?
probably.
Yeah. Well, that's why they're saying that supposedly I forgot who was it.
Is there a chance for the Fantastic Four to cross paths with Captain America?
Yes.
Oh, that's gonna be amazing because he
Yeah.
was in the first one, right? The Fantastic
Yeah, but
Four.
they're not gonna.
No, I know they're not going to address it, but I think it would be
Yeah, yes,
funny
he
the
was
same
the-
way
but
that
yes, he was the Human Torch.
the two Sherlock Holmes were in the same
Right.
movie together.
But they
Well, going off that, Mahershala Ali is already an MCU character. But
well, he was
So,
in
he's-
Luke
he's
Cage.
Cottonmouth in Luke
He was
Cage.
Cottonmouth in Luke Cage.
So
But
he's
yeah,
a
but-
fucking
But
amazing
are they
actor.
kind of like moving?
They
Like we're
haven't
going to
s-
pretend like the Netflix
Yeah.
shows don't exist.
They're pretty much that's what they've pretty
Okay.
much been kind of
Oh,
doing.
that's fine.
so
I'm
what's
okay.
Phase 4 in the movies?
I have
okay.
it pulled up.
They have Winter Soldier and the Falcon.
I got you. Hold on.
Is this in order?
I
Tell us.
just watched the whole panel before I got here.
So it's Falcon, Winter Soldier, Loki, Hawkeye, Eternals, Black Widow, WandaVision, Thor: Love and Thunder, What If, Doctor Strange, and Shang-Chi.
Yeah. So what's going to be cool? So the interesting thing with WandaVision is it's going to be a Disney Plus show, but it's going to take place after Endgame.
Okay.
which Vision's dead.
Yes,
So-
but David and I have discussed this. And remember during Infinity War,
Don't get me started.
Shuri was like trying to separate
Right.
Vision from the Infinity Stone.
Correct.
So, I mean, we're just kind of on the thought process that she did it and just like
Saved him as a file.
Well,
kind of.
She did a save as.
She uploaded him to the cloud.
She did a save as.
it could be,
She
however,
put him in her Dropbox.
they did say that show's going to be really trippy. And it's gonna. So I don't think it's that because they in the panel they said it's gonna be really out there, really weird, something that they've never done before, and it's gonna tie into Doctor Strange
Well,
and the.
'cause I was gonna say she's in the Doctor Strange movie.
Yeah, it's gonna tie into Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, which is the other movie they announced, which is gonna be Doctor Strange 2, that they said is gonna have a horror aspect to it, and then
Which is cool.
WandaVision's gonna actually also include the grown-up version of Rambo. In Captain Marvel, her best friend's daughter that grows up to become Captain Marvel eventually.
Yeah.
They have a grown-up version of her, or a teenage version of her that's going to be in WandaVision.
Right.
Well, and then the Hawkeye series is going to introduce Kate Bishop too.
Right. And then Black Widow's going to have Hopper from Stranger Things.
And also Luke from Handmaid's Tale. He's in that too. And Rachel Weisz.
Luke from Handmaid's Tale.
Luke, her husband.
Oh, right.
He's in
But yeah, Hopper's going to play Red Guardian, which is basically the Captain America
for Germany.
For Russia.
Russia, sorry.
And I'm trying to think.
Kate Bishop is the little girl from who? This is her.
No, that's Hawkeye's daughter, the one that he was teaching her how to shoot the arrow.
Oh, right.
From what I understand, when he becomes Ronin, she takes up Hawkeye.
Right.
Gotcha.
But yeah, no, the and then it was cool because like with the Falcon and Winter Soldier, like Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Stan came out, and Anthony Mackie had the shield.
It was
cute,
and it was like it was a cool.
It's a lot of good stuff. I'm not gonna go out anymore. Like just why between the Disney Plus streaming
and HBO Max,
they're taking HBO Max. I gotta follow Friends in the Office wherever the fuck it goes.
Right.
Like, why am I gonna go out? That's stupid.
And the cool thing with Shang-Chi is that they're.
I know nothing about that.
So he's basically just a martial artist. Eventually,
isn't that this other guy that's lame AF? The one from the Netflix shows,
Iron Fist.
Ese mismo.
Well, but he has abilities. In this. Shang-Chi in the comics, he just is a master kung fu artist and martial artist expert that trains people. Eventually, he does get power to be able to replicate himself, but he's normal. He's regular. But the key thing about this movie is that the Mandarin's going to be in it, not the bullshit
real Mandarin,
the Mandarin that y'all deserved.
The real Mandarin.
Listen, Ben Kingsley's a really good choice for Mandarin. It's just
I understand, but I know that everyone lost their shit.
Yeah. Well, Dave is still mad.
He came out. Kevin Feige in the panel said, we all know that was a false Mandarin. That wasn't the real Mandarin.
Fake news.
So the real Mandarin, it's an Asian actor playing him. The real Mandarin is gonna be in this.
Is he an orange?
Because
he's an orange.
He's orange.
He's a Mandarin orange.
Oh, Vanessa's still here, guys. By the way,
I don't know what you're talking about, so I'm just listening and learning.
Stuff.
Yes, I know, but I don't know anything about
you're learning
it.
Things. But it's called Shang-Chi and the 12 Rings, I believe is what it's called.
I don't know anything about that. All I know is that Aquafina is in it, and I'm down. I'll follow her to the ends of the
Correct.
earth.
These are facts.
No,
that's the right thing to do.
The actor, he's like a no-name person that got cast as the lead role, Shang-Chi. He showed up at the panel. He found out 4 days before that he was going to get the lead role.
Oh, P.S. Putting on a plane.
Marvel does that though, right? Like they fuck around with you. Like I was watching something of Tom Holland because he's the most adorable.
Oh my god, I love him so much.
I saw Spider-Man over the weekend.
Yeah, and
it was cute. Yeah,
and he says that he auditioned for Spider-Man in like not exaggerating, like 5 different countries, and then he was told like, if you don't hear from us Monday, you didn't get it, and then 6 weeks later they told him he got it. So
They also
they
went,
fuck with
apparently
you.
when they audition for the MCU, they don't tell you what you're auditioning for. They just give you like a script that has nothing to do with anything, any character.
Yeah,
ever.
obviously, because and especially with Tom Holland,
Oh, yeah.
give him a script of the Golden Girls. Like let him audition with that.
Yeah.
So do we want to talk about Natalie Portman? Because I'm pissed about Natalie Portman.
I'm not pissed about Natalie
I'm
Portman.
pissed.
I don't know why people are pissed about Natalie Portman.
Because Natalie Portman
I think she's
basically made it
stupid.
clear that she did not give a fuck about the MCU.
Yep.
She did not want to be
Right.
in the movies. That's why they had to use stock footage in Endgame
Right.
for her. She was like
But
pretty much
she
done with it. And then
had-
she's like, hey, oh shit,
And
they're
now she
making
does-
a fuck ton of money.
Correct.
You know
Right,
what? I
but
do
isn't
want to
it-
be in this
isn't
now.
it because so the original Thor was supposed to be directed by Patty Jenkins, and she had creative differences with Disney, and then left the project. And then which was a benefit because we got Wonder Woman out of it. We
Correct.
wouldn't have had Wonder Woman had she not left, but she was like a Patty Jenkins supporter, and she was on board for everything that Patty Jenkins wanted to do. And then like it kind of got shifted, and Kenneth Branagh took over, and like the whole thing left a bad taste in her mouth. That's what I have understood from this whole thing.
So then
that's
why would you push for a bigger role in Dark Worlds if you have a bad taste in your mouth?
I think she was contractually obligated to. She had to do.
No, she pushed. Isn't it the story that she pushed
I
for
don't think
a
so.
bigger role?
She didn't want to do it, and they made her do it. Like she had to follow through with it. 'cause
She was contractually obligated.
Right.
So then my thing
So
is
then
that
more
if you're-
so reason why then don't fucking come back.
don't come back. Where were you in
were
Ragnarok?
bitching and be like, I didn't like how you did this, and then now they're like, all right, we're gonna make you a badass.
Okay,
I guess I'll
that's
come
like
back
you
now.
know.
I don't mean to drop Twilight 2 times in one episode, but it's.
But I'm gonna
do it anyway. Here it comes.
It's kind of like do you remember during the first Twilight movie when they were doing the casting and they said that like in a perfect world that Bryce Dallas Howard would be Victoria but they offered it to Bryce Dallas Howard and she was like, oh, this is dumb, turn it away. Then the movie goes to make $1 billion
Correct.
and
And
out
then-
comes Bryce Dallas
Correct,
Howard.
correct. So that's annoying to me because I feel like again I am not a comic book follower of the MCU. I'm 100% movies, not
Yeah.
So I feel like
I don't do any of the comic stuff.
right. So then I don't know if I'm out of place in my outrage or not, but I am outraged because I feel like you can't just come in for the home fucking stretch
Yeah.
and then be like, oh, okay,
Right.
like this is
That's
the
my
fourth
issue.
this is the
understand
fourth
that.
leg of the fucking race
Right.
and you were too fucking good for it for for what 10 plus years before and now they give you like maybe she earned it, maybe she didn't, I don't know.
Well,
but now she's fucking female Thor and like shove that fucking hammer up your ass. Like I don't want to see you on my
Here's
fucking
the
movie
thing
screen.
is-
At least not in this world.
I get it.
Go be a ballerina.
I get it.
Have sex with Mila Kunis.
Get your pussy eaten by Mila Kunis.
Oh, that's such an
That
aggressive
was so
word.
graphic.
That's what happens in that movie.
Yes, I know, but that was a really graphic description for no reason.
he doesn't. It's not pussy. They make love.
With their pussies.
Look, here's
Oh God. Well, Neri, you're on stage right now, but we're thinking of you.
so here's
We're not
the
thinking
thing.
here. I think
If-
I'm pussy.
if it really was that serious and like Disney's hardcore, like if it really was that serious, they wouldn't have brought her back.
But why? But she fucking ruined, the fucking first 3 episodes of Star Wars. Not single handedly.
She did not
But
do
that-
that.
Not single handedly, but she was fucking
But-
terrible.
I don't think she was alone in
You're
that,
only
though.
as good as your writing, and the writing in that movie is garbage.
Look,
Said the
I-
cast of Game of
I
Thrones.
have. I'm 100% on board for female Thor. I'm.
I'm totally for female Thor,
What the
but
I just don't want
I
to
just
see her
don't
in my
want her to
fucking
do
movie
it.
theater. I
yeah,
don't.
I feel like if you bite the hand that feeds, they really shouldn't.
And
bring her
now-
back.
yeah, and now
smash it with a
I'm
hammer.
with you.
Now
But
I feel
like her.
now I feel bad. Not like bad because they're still fucking
Not like
filthy,
bad,
rich,
bad,
and
but,
gorgeous.
like,
But,
bad.
the cast has to fucking smile and fucking wave.
Yeah.
Because what are they gonna do? Get fired from the MCU? Like no. So Chris Hemsworth, unfortunately, he is Thor. Like that's what it
can't
is.
be.
So he's not gonna fucking stand there and put his foot down. Like no. Obviously, they have to. You know, this is a business and it's a job, just like the way that everyone goes to a job and they don't like everyone they deal with, but that's the job. So.
Right.
And that's fine, but like I don't think it's fair for that cast. Even Tessa Thompson, she fucking rocked in Ragnarok.
Yeah.
She did.
She fucking deserves a bigger role than whatever the fuck they're gonna give her. I don't even care what it is, but
Well,
there's
she's gonna be officially now the first LGBT.
yeah, which I love. That's amazing. And
I just want a Valkyrie movie.
Yeah.
yes,
Give me a Valkyrie movie.
yes. That should have come first, in my opinion, before
then-
giving her, before giving Natalie Portman a
Anything.
fucking starring role in an MCU movie. Like, what the fuck, bitch? That's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't think she's earned it.
No.
She
Look
hasn't.
how long Scarlett Johansson had to wait for her fucking movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she rode hard from fucking day one. Like that's if we're going, I know that life's not fair or whatever the fuck, but I'm just bitching because I feel
This
like
is literally like the pretty girl telling the nerd, like, I want nothing to do with you, and then the nerd becomes a fucking billionaire.
Right.
And then she's like, oh, I'm back.
Yeah.
Like, this is
100%.
exactly what it
No,
is.
yeah.
100%.
So then why that's
High-fiving us.
That's my outrage of when it comes to that. It's because why the fuck, like why does she get to fucking just scroll in the fourth fucking quarter and you know and be on base? Like, no, I don't like it. So that's how I feel, and you know, I'm still gonna watch it through all my bitching, but I'm gonna watch it for
'cause-
every other reason
Well,
except
It's the
for
same
her.
reason I'm gonna watch Cats.
Well,
I'm paying no more than $5 for that
no, it'll
movie.
be a movie Tuesday.
I'm gonna watch it because Taika Waititi's gonna direct it again.
Bless you.
Yes. Yeah.
So what we do in the shadows panel was fantastic.
What we do in
Yeah.
the pants? Is that what you were gonna say?
I was gonna
That
buy.
sounds like a Nary Jeff situation.
Can I stream that show somewhere?
Probably.
FX
All right.
app.
Oh, you see, you guys.
What?
It's on the FX app.
What happened?
Anyway, so is that it? Do we have anything
so.
else?
I think that's everything.
I told Nary I wanted to call him, but I think he might
He's
still
on
be
stage. He told he.
Yeah, he told me not to call him because
Oh wait, no. We do have
What?
something else to
What?
talk
What?
about.
Oh Jesus!
Any of you guys punched anybody in the face lately?
I mean,
Funny you mention it.
I want to on a
put you on
daily
the face.
basis.
Well, they started talking to me before 11 o'clock today, so yeah.
Because
I definitely didn't punch somebody in the face over not having the right fast passes.
right. Because apparently a 23-year-old millennial thought that because her fast passes.
Don't use a millennial like that because I'm millennial.
millennial.
Actually,
too.
23 is probably at this point is probably a Gen Zer.
Okay, sorry. So the assholes, the 23-year-old,
That one.
she didn't have the right fast passes for Twilight Zone Tower of Terror. Her and her friends. The lady apparently was the cast member was trying to
Fix it.
figure something
Yeah,
out.
they're really good about working with
Yeah.
you if your fast pass doesn't work and it's supposed to work.
Or
And-
if you think that you have fast passes,
Yeah,
like if you're
They'll
like
help
not an
you-
asshole about it,
they'll help you
probably
look
just,
it up, and sometimes they'll just wave you through.
right.
Well, she got really aggressive. They started getting really aggressive, so the lady called the supervisor, to which then the girl pushed her away and started pressing the buttons at the thing that may or may not affect
Was
the
this
ride.
person drunk?
Probably.
maybe.
Because it's
Because,
Hollywood Studios, so they serve alcohol there.
They serve beer, though, not alcohol.
But I
Oh,
mean,
no, there's a bar with like
if she's 23, how high could her tolerance really be?
Right.
Or maybe how high was she?
Yeah. But then, so
Take it back, take it
when the cast member pushed her away, she socked her in the face.
What the fuck?
And then, but the cast member didn't want to press charges. Didn't press charges, but Disney banned the girl
she
for
has
life.
a life ban.
Good.
Yeah.
Fucking
Her
weird.
and the people
Wait,
that
if you
were with her.
get banned at what is it? The
Both.
whole
Everything.
brand?
Everything.
Oh, so she
Yeah.
can't even go to Paris and just like
Nope.
sneak in.
No. Well,
you, bitch.
I don't know how good they are that if you buy a single day pass, like
All
You
over
have
the,
to put your name on it.
Yeah.
all
Even
over
with
the
a
Tower
single
of
day pass.
Terror. Not to like
Your
okay,
name and your date of birth have
not,
to go with your ticket. Even
Yeah.
if it's a
Oh.
single day.
not to say that Tower of Terror isn't a good ride because it is a good ride, but like tell me that it happened at the Slinky ride or she was trying to get into Guardians
yeah,
preview.
or she was trying to get into like
I mean
Pandora
Galaxy,
or something.
yeah, or Galaxy preview, but
Tower of Terror, like we've all been on Tower of Terror. Like
No.
it's Tower.
Link has been
Terror.
on Tower of Terror. Like
He
relax,
has.
bitch.
He loves
Sophie too, and I terrified her.
No, Link loves it.
I think I scarred my child.
I don't know. When did that happen though? Like recently?
the week-
Yeah.
Over the weekend, this just happened.
Yeah.
This is like on the heels
I
of
found
that
the story
family
today.
fight.
Qué pendeja.
Did we talk about that fight in Disneyland? In Toontown?
No, I don't think we did.
oh the family that
The
fought each
family
other?
that fought? Yeah, that was classy.
My favorite was the mom. Like she
Yeah,
got
the mom in
hit.
the wheelchair.
The
like,
mom in the wheelchair, but she
Like, what
actually
are you
got
doing?
hit, but she didn't like. I don't think that hit merited that fall.
No, she knew what she was doing.
And like Lisa Vanderpump was on Dancing with Stars, and like many years ago, and like pretended to faint during a rehearsal, and like Lisa Vanderpump fainting was more believable than this woman getting punched
This
in the
woman
face.
felt it was like she didn't get punched in the face, like she got bumped.
Yeah.
Like the two women were fighting, and like the one that got pushed like bumped the old lady, and she like stiff as a board just like fell over, and
Nick's
I'm like
head dropped over.
I was like watching the video. I had to rewind it like 3 times to see what happened, because I was like, what the fuck happened to you that you just fell over? But yeah, that guy was what was the word that Nair used? He called him a minotaur or something like that. Like
Well, that
guy was
tank.
huge.
My favorite is that it spawned people taking photos in Toontown now pretending to fight families.
Oh my god.
Like that's the new
that's
photo
the best
op.
part of that is
I
that
love
it was
this
like
country.
a fight like within a family.
Yeah, and then they were all taken into, like, the police took them for questioning, and the family was like, no, that didn't happen.
Yeah, the guy
Yeah.
was like, no, that didn't happen.
No,
all,
that
not just the guy, the women,
everybody.
the mom, everybody was like, no, that didn't happen. And then the police let them go, and then they got the video. So that video was,
The video's great.
Disturbing.
it's disturbing the way
No,
that
what's
man, like,
I mean,
it was great entertainment
correct,
wise,
but what's sad
it's
about that
very
video?
disturbing.
What's sad about that video to me is that there's like a 2-year-old that's with him, and the 2-year-old is just like wandering around,
Yeah.
and
And
just, like,
calling for
crying.
his mom. Yeah, you hear him going, "Mommy, mommy,"
Yeah.
and like,
And she was busy fighting. She was busy pulling weave out of
People
somebody else.
like I don't. I'm sure we've talked about it, but I've never gotten into a fist fight. I've wanted to, but I've never actually gotten into it. But people grow up thinking that that's the norm.
Yeah.
Like that is a normal reaction to
it's
things.
not.
The other thing about this, and like not to bring the room down, but the other side, it's like the guy starts hitting his girlfriend,
Yeah.
and like smacks her in the face.
Yeah, no, but like he hits his girlfriend. He hits that other girl who's like his sister or his wife's sister.
And what was the fight about?
I'm not 100% sure. What
Was
I
it a
had
Jets and the
originally
Sharks
read,
thing?
what I had, I mean, but they're all one family. What I had originally read was that he was cheating on his wife or whatever, and then the wife went with the mom to confront him at Disneyland. But then
That's the place to confront.
I said that's an error, and he's like, that's a really expensive place to be confronting somebody.
Oh, honey, there's so many different ways to.
And then I find out that like they're all related. So I'm like, well, that's
The guy that she
weird.
was cheating, the girl that the husband was cheating with was related to the
I
wife.
have no idea. I honestly, like, there's no information.
Yeah, because they denied the whole
because they
thing.
denied the whole thing. They didn't give a reason why it happened. Like, there's like no information about
Wow.
what happened.
Wow.
But it's, and what also is disturbing to me about this is like, if this is how this man is willing to act in public,
yep.
how is he acting at home?
Yep.
Like when nobody else is watching.
100%.
And then there was a part in the video
That's
like where
how they
he's
get
hitting
you.
his wife or whatever, or the girlfriend or whoever the fuck he's hitting. The little woman.
Yeah.
A bunch of men pull him off of her, and one of them has him in a chokehold. That guy, as soon as they like subdued him, the guy that had him in a chokehold walked away. Like Neri and I went back and watched it. The dude gets up and he's like, who had their hands around my neck? Like he was looking for that guy to beat him up, and that guy was like, peace the fuck out. Like,
Yeah.
no, want nothing to do with this.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a lot to happen in Toontown of all places.
Yeah.
The streets of Toontown used to be safe.
Thanks, Obama.
When Karen's calling 911, she's like, "We're in front of Goofy's house.
It's by the Mickey Fountain.
We're in front of Goofy's house." And Goofy's like, "This is why my property values are going down."
Get off my lawn.
Oh boy.
Poor Goofy.
Yeah. That sucks.
All right.
To even think that Disneyland isn't even like a safe
It's not
space.
safe.
Well, I mean, you see people fighting, like verbally fighting and piss parents like all the time. But
Yeah.
Oh no, that's like a sick
but, like-
pastime that I have at Disney World, just seeing the parents
listening to parents
Oh,
fight. I love
after
doing
4
that.
o'clock, it's just pick a corner and somebody's fighting with somebody.
And I honestly feel like, at least here in Florida for like Disney World, it's so fucking hot and humid right now that like walking from my front door to the car puts me in a bad mood because of how hot it is. I can't imagine spending all day walking around Disney World in this weather.
well, I'm about to do it, so I'll let you know.
I've said it
Enjoy that.
before and I've said it again. You parents are fucking heroes for taking your kids to that shit. I don't think I'd be that good of a mom. Cause
Well,
I'd be like,
I'm doing
no.
a water park one day, so
And it
I'll
gets
be okay.
easier as they get older.
Yeah.
It's easy when they're babies and you can keep them in the stroller. And then now at
Like between 2 and 5.
yeah, like 4 or 5 years old, it starts getting easier. But
Yeah,
Between
but
2 and 4.
if you ever go to Disney without kids, just
Oh, it's amazing.
after 4 o'clock, just pick a family, pick a cluster of people, and somebody's fighting
Just pay
about
attention to the
something.
people around you in line.
Yeah, that's like if you're a people watcher, which guilty.
Yeah,
Me
no,
too.
I'm a
Oh
people
my
watcher.
god. So,
And Dave is
Go
not.
with your friends.
Dave is definitely not a people watcher, so I'll.
he will watch people, but he'll talk to strangers.
Yes, he's so weird.
What is that?
He'll strike up a conversation with somebody in line, but he won't like pay attention to what's going on. So every time I see something, I'm like, "Hey, bro, these people are fighting. Listen."
Yeah.
I've told this story before. Nary and I one time spent like 15 minutes in Animal Kingdom walking to the Lion King show with a family behind us, and he and I were in silence the entire time because both of us, without telling the other, were listening to the fight that was going on behind us. And then we get to the Lion King show and we look at each other like, did you hear?
Clutching your pearls. Yeah.
But it was like they had like teenage children, and it was the parents that were mad at each other.
Yeah.
So like the mom was talking to her daughters, and the dad was talking to the son, and the mom was like, "Girl, I can't believe your father ate that shit. Like he knows that he sends him to the bathroom, and then he spends 45 fucking minutes
I
sitting on the
understand
toilet."
that frustration.
I know.
Oh, so Stephanie was
But
standing
it's
behind
just, like,
you.
So
He ate cheese again. God damn it,
I
Dave.
understand the frustration because even though like I understand like it's a nature thing and you have to go to the bathroom, it's fucking annoying if you know that you eat something like you.
I get it. No, like I completely get it, and especially like if
We
you
didn't
spend.
see Dave for the rest of Friday night because he had a cheese pizza at dinner.
I know we kept texting.
I saw
Dave,
him-
are you okay?
I saw him Saturday morning, and we had dinner Friday night. So, yeah.
Like we found him, and he's like, "Nope." He went back
Yep. Be responsible with your butts, man.
Yeah.
Jeff, what's going on over there?
No, my friend sent me.
He was
a
trying to show me a military reunion
Yeah.
video.
No, not right now, sir.
Do you guys want to call Neri? Do
I-
you want to ask him about his belly button?
Is he still? Is he?
No, he said we can call him. I'm gonna call him.
All right,
'cause
call
I'm
him.
connected to the. Sounds so cool.
God, that's so loud.
It is loud.
I don't think it's loud.
Hey, Annie.
Hello.
Ooh.
We're still recording.
Hi.
Welcome to
Say
WuBro.
hello. Welcome to the WuBro.
Hello.
Hello. I don't know where to put
Who's
this.
there?
All of us.
Yo, mama.
4 of us.
Ooh.
The 4 of us.
Who's four of you?
It's
The
Jeff.
three amigos and El Guapo?
Would you say there's a plethora?
Laughing.
Yeah. Hey, we all hate Natalie Portman. How do you feel?
Well, Steph doesn't
Okay, well,
hate
you
Natalie
can-
Portman.
Well, I've
Stare
now
at
that
the
I've
ceiling.
listened to
My rant.
the arguments, I understand where you're coming from. I just happen to like her as an actress, so whatever. But it is
She's
fun.
the Oscar award-winning actress.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Is that what we're talking about?
Milli Vanilli
Yeah,
has a
she's
Grammy, so I don't know what you're
I
talking
thought they
about.
revoked their Grammy. They
No,
took it away.
no, they don't. No, they don't.
Yeah, they took it away.
don't. They did- No, they don't. No, they don't. They won it, and they were forced to give it back.
Yeah,
don't
they
have a
took it
Grammy.
away.
Okay, well,
Exactly,
you
they
killed
don't
my
have it.
joke, but go ahead.
Well, yeah, exactly. Because your joke was disproving my point.
Heaven forbid.
Uh-huh. Go ahead.
So yeah, no, Natalie Portman's great. She's fantastic. I love the fact that she's going to be in Thor. That she was again. I've recently talked about how I, for years, clowned on Thor 2 being a shit movie, and after the rewatch that I did of all MCU movies in preparation for Endgame, I called myself out and said I was wrong. I think Dark World is really good, and it's really I don't understand why I hated it, much less anybody else. So I thought she was great, and she's acknowledged before that there was an interview with her. She said that she didn't that she was fully aware. She believes, she goes, I don't think, in her words, she said, I don't think I've nailed down the green screen acting yet. Like that's still something that evaded her. And she said that she was hoping to be able to get another crack at it at some later point in time. So as an artist, I kind of understand where she's coming from when she's like, that's just one aspect that she hasn't grasped.
It's a skill.
She herself feels that, so she's good. I'm glad that they're bringing her back.
I like her.
I
mean, I get that your argument, you guys' a view on it, and I get that.
No, but Neri
fun.
hasn't heard it yet. And what my argument was that look how long we had to wait for Black Widow. For Scarlett Johansson was a day one Avenger, and she had to wait.
But she's been there for a while.
She was in
didn't
the
come
first
until-
Avengers.
Okay.
She was in the second Iron Man movie.
She was in the second Iron Man, and
Yeah.
she was in the first Avengers. She was one of the first 5.
Yeah.
So what are we arguing?
What I'm saying,
what's your argument?
it's,
What does
I
that do with Natalie Portman?
I misunderstood what Missy was trying to say because she was saying like from day one, and I'm like, I'm thinking day one is Iron Man 1. And
No.
so-
I meant
Well,
like
she's like from the beginning.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I understand what you're saying.
she was part of the MCU from the very
What
beginning.
does that have to do with Natalie Portman?
I'm trying to land the plane. She was one of the original Avengers, and she had to wait this long to get a confirmation on her movie. And Natalie Portman, where was she in Ragnarok? Where was she in Infinity War? Where was she in Endgame? Is it because of to me I respect what she's saying, and I can understand it from the creative perspective, but to me it also sounds a little bit like a cop out and as an excuse to kind of just like sneak back in, and I just don't feel like she's earned her spot where she can really deserves a main role like that. But that's my opinion.
But she was a main role from the
That's
beginning.
very sad to hear from a woman, especially because to say that you have to earn. She's an actress. Why does she have to wait or earn anything aside from she's an Academy Award winning actress? So if you want to earn something, she's earned it.
She earned an Academy Award for Black Swan. She hasn't won an Academy Award for this.
It doesn't matter. She's been in the business since she was fucking 6 years old, doing the professional. Like, she's earned her chops.
I'm not talking about her career. I'm talking about Marvel, the MCU.
But why does that? Why is that on her? It's not her fault. It's not Natalie Portman's fault. It has nothing to do with her or her. Where was she on Ragnarok when it took Marvel this long to give a female lead movie? That's not her fault. It's on Marvel, really. This is really a shit take on Marvel, I would say, and rightfully so. It's fucking DC, which is the clear underdog, which is the clear not as good as Marvel. Like there's not even a discussion anymore. And I, being a DC fan, I'm saying this: Marvel makes far superior films. And even they gave female-led movie first before Marvel did. And even after Wonder Woman, the success of Wonder Woman, it still took Marvel fucking years to be like, well, maybe we could do a Captain Marvel movie. It's like, well, you have fucking, I don't understand. You have Scarlett Johansson right here. Why don't you give her her own movie? And they still are shitting on that. So that's more of a Marvel executive thing. That I think that you're taking that frustration out on Natalie Portman unfairly so, because that has done. Just because she's been in every movie, I mean, I don't understand. What if in Ragnarok it didn't call for her? In fact, that's what they said, that it didn't call for her to be. Ragnarok wasn't on Earth. Ragnarok, there was one scene that was on Earth, and that was with Anthony Hopkins, and that scene was far more important than anything as far as Jane Porter.
Foster.
So
Jane
that's
Porter
the
is
reason,
Tarzan.
I'm sorry, you're right. So that's why Natalie Portman wasn't in Ragnarok, is because of that, because the story took place outside of Earth, and that's where Natalie Portman's character was. So it wouldn't make sense to have her in there just for the sake of having her in there because she's a woman, so we have to keep her in there. Like, that makes no sense.
No, I'm just saying that in Dark World, half the movie doesn't take place on Earth, and she was heavily involved in that.
Because the beginning of the movie did take place on Earth, and she was used as a vessel for the Infinity Stone, which is actually like a smoke or the joke wasn't in the game.
Right, but that's what I'm saying is that there was elements of Earth in Dark World, and she was still involved in that too. So, I mean, out of outer space.
The whole final fight scene took place on Earth, in Dark World. The only element on Earth in Ragnarok was the picking up of Anthony Hopkins. That was it.
Well, that's just my opinion, and you can hate me for it.
No. That's not. Come on, that's not gonna be ridiculous. I hate you for way other things. That's not.
We have a visitor.
Alrighty.
Hey, puppy.
I have a child.
Which one of my children is there?
Oliver.
Of course.
It's snuggle
He's
time.
still takes advantage.
There he is.
All right. Well.
I guess.
Wait, but I heard a story about you that I need to hear from you. That you remember getting your belly button cut off when you were a baby?
Yeah, that's what I say. My mom, it's not cut off; it's sewn. But yeah, so that's what I feel. My mom, when I first told my mom that when I was like 10 years old, my mom immediately No, you can't. It's impossible. That was the day you were born. I believe that's what I remember. But
Don't
you know,
push that.
I don't know if that. I don't know that. Again, you know, when I told a story, I said it such as like, I believe I know. I remember that day. My mom says I don't. So I don't know what to tell you.
That's exactly how I told the story. I said that you said that you feel like you remember this, but you didn't know if it's because you had heard the story so many times that you had created a memory, or that you had actually remembered.
No. It's actually no. I had never heard that story.
Oh,
when I told
just
that
kidding.
when I told that memory to my mom was like, that was the day we were born. You were. It's impossible. You weren't there. Nobody. And even since then. Even since
It was the
then,
day you were born, but you weren't there.
No.
Yeah, you were like, she may have my conscience. She's like, yeah, you conscious. You're fucking dumb.
Well,
but no, to this day, nobody's ever even told that story. Like, that's just in my memory. That's in my head. So I get it. I know it sounds dumb, but that's why I don't go around saying that shit. I'm like, well, I believe that we should storm Area 51, but I'm not saying to do it. I'm saying I believe we should. But sounds crazy.
Boring. That was your son.
That was your son, by the way.
That was we're literally talking on video call. I could see it.
Oh, that's true. Sorry.
My wife.
Whoopsie.
So,
I was the flawless victory. I don't know what you're talking about.
All right.
Caro.
Go start training for your Naruto run to Area 51.
They can't kill us
I'm
all,
training
guys.
What am I training for?
You have
To
to do
storm Area 51.
you have to do your Naruto run to Area 51.
You have to run like a ninja.
You have to run like the ninja Naruto. That's what the whole thing
You
is.
run so fast your arms are behind you.
Yeah.
So you're gonna run like Barry Goldberg.
And
That's
it'll
the
prevent
key.
the bullets from hitting
That's
you.
the key part of the Area 51 challenge in the
Yes.
run, is that you have to run like Naruto.
Yeah. I think if they do this in the daytime, I think that's a big mistake too. I think that's another thing. Is that going to be done in the daytime? Do they know what time it's going to be done?
Supposedly it's going to be live streamed.
Of course it is.
Right. Do we know what time?
I had the
Stephanie's looking up the event invite.
Hold on, because she's got to look at the time zones for Arizona,
Yeah.
Nevada.
And New Mexico.
Fuck you. I had a
Is there-
geographical confusion.
Oh my god, I would have peed my pants if you'd been like, I fucked up with my geometry, guys. I'm
Had a
sorry.
geographical confusion.
Is there an evite? Is there an evite?
There's
to
a
this thing, or
Facebook.
no?
Yes.
There's a Facebook event.
page.
Okay.
Hang on one second.
Did we confirm?
Yes. Hold on.
Yeah, we
We
Well,
did
I
this
mean,
like
I
an hour and a half
didn't
ago.
RSVP. I'm
Wait,
not
you
gonna
want me to
go
run?
there, but
Move swiftly.
Can I
yes,
use the segue?
it's Friday, September 20th, 2019 from 3 a.m. to 6 a.m.
So it's at
Pacific,
night.
Oh, okay.
Pacific time.
So 6 a.m. our time.
So they think it's only gonna be 3 hours before they think it's gonna take that long.
I
Or
think they
other
just
than
had to
shut
put an
down?
end time.
Yeah.
You really don't think that the people that actually signed up for this are going to be able to run that long of a distance? That it's not going to take 3 hours?
I don't think they're gonna make it. I don't think anybody's gonna make it.
Yeah, I think they're gonna get there and nobody's gonna.
I think they do if they do a caravan of an RV caravan like in Independence Day, they might make it.
That's the only way to do it.
I think we've talked about Independence Day more on this episode than I ever have in my entire life.
Well, sorry for living.
Oh,
Jeez.
Sorry,
okay.
we care about America.
Yeah.
America.
All right.
Wait, let me ask you a question. Can I ask Jeff a question? Because I know Jeff actually believes in this crap.
Wow.
That was
Well, yeah,
hurtful.
because you believe in supernatural stuff, right? You believe
Correct.
in aliens and ghosts and stuff. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, I get it. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to dismiss your stuff. I just meant you believe in
No,
this
it's
stuff.
okay.
See how
You
he
don't-
shut down your
I wasn't
feelings like that?
offended, but I wasn't offended.
Yeah.
He's
so
crying.
do you
You
believe
can't see
that?
him, but he's
do you
crying.
do you believe that Area 51 has aliens?
I don't believe the whole necessarily. Oh, there's a body and they're doing that. I do think that Area 51 is more that there's advanced technology that they're not sharing. That they may. I do believe that they've made some kind of contact with people.
Don't touch anything.
I don't think that it's the whole there's an alien body that's there, but I do think that it is a high level facility where they are doing high level experimental things, and they've probably got technology and the cure for cancer in there. Like, I know I'm sounding like a
Conspiracy
theorist, but like I really do think that that's got to be we've got to be way more advanced than we are right now. I mean, look
So
at
you think it's like the home base for Men in Black?
it. Could be. It could be.
Okay.
Like, I mean, not to the cool level of Men in Black. I mean, Rick Fox is dead, unfortunately, but you know.
Wow,
But
I like that you measure
Rick-
cool by Rick Fox.
yeah,
Rick
Rick
Fox?
Cool.
Who's Rick Fox?
is it Rip
bas-
or it's not Rip Torn, right?
Oh,
'Cause
Rip Torn. You do mean
Yeah,
Rip
it's
Torn.
Rip Torn.
Rick Fox is a
Rick
basketball
Fox is
player.
a basketball
was
player.
like,
I
I-
swear to God,
thought
I was like, oh my God,
No.
Rick Fox.
I
The
didn't
man of
want to be the
beautiful
one to
eyes.
say it, but I was like,
But I
when
thought
did
Rip
Rick
Torn.
Fox
I thought Rip Torn. Wait, isn't Rip Torn the gay comedian that throws stuff at people?
No,
That's Gallagher.
No, that's Gallagher.
No, Gallagher smashes
No,
watermelons.
Rip Taylor,
Rip
is the
Taylor.
guy that throws
That's where I got
confetti at people.
confused. That's
Rip
where-
Torn is
is
the
the
guy
Man in
from Men in Black that's also Zeus and Hercules, and
See,
Rick,
no,
Rick
you went
Fox
to-
was the
you went to-
basketball player that was married to Vanessa.
See, you went to Zeus. I went from.
And
I went
engaged to Liza Dushku for a while.
Yes.
I went to.
And he banged
no,
Bernadette.
he married her, didn't he?
No, they didn't get married. They were engaged.
I was thinking of Patches O'Houlihan from.
Oh
Dodgeball.
my God, Patrick O'Houlihan, R.I.P. for that role. Just that role alone. And
That's right.
how he got snubbed for an Oscar, I would not know. I don't know. But Jesus, that role.
And
Yeah,
it's taken
but,
this long for him to get his own movie. I mean, it's ridiculous.
It's because they're sexist. The patriarchy.
They're handicapped us with the wheelchair.
So let me ask you a question. Do you think there's any correlation between aliens from outer space and
The pyramids?
and ghosts, like the spirits?
No,
Because I'm talking
no.
specifically about-
No, those are two inherently. Hold on.
You're tangled up in the cables.
Those are two inherently different things. Between they're because they're supernatural. To me, there's supernatural and there's extraterrestrial.
Anybody come on.
So, but you do believe in aliens from outer space,
Yeah.
and you do believe, and you
Because
do
God
believe
help
that
us
there
if we're the
are- and you do
smartest people in
believe-
the universe.
No, I get that, but you do believe that. You also believe that there are ghosts and spirits and stuff.
Yeah, I got attacked by
So,
one.
all right. So, a quick question. Just asking, just putting this out there. If one of those aliens from outer space came down to Area 51 many years ago and died, would that alien have a ghost now?
God, that would be awesome.
Wouldn't that be shitty? Like he has to haunt a place that they don't even speak his language.
Unyana mama. What the fuck is that guy saying? He's like, I just want a friend.
Come home, please, God, come home.
me. Poor alien ghost.
Alien ghost. All right. Well, thank you guys.
All right, boo boo.
Love you guys.
Love you too.
You too, Stephanie.
Okay. So mean.
He's gone now.
Oh, he signed off. Mm-hmm. All right.
Okay, well, thank you so
that
much for
note-
listening to us. This has been WuBro. Make sure to follow Stephanie's event planning page on Instagram.
Gracias.
And that is events_by_you.
The letter U.
Right.
Yeah, the letter U.
Or MiamiEventsByYou.com.
Yep, that one. Neri joined us from somewhere in the middle of the ocean.
Yep.
You can look up his stuff on whatwashisname.com.
Yep.
You can check all of us out on geekbro.net and make sure to check in with the other podcasts part of the Geekbro Network, which is What's Good, Zero Zone Heroes, Shiver, Mount Geekmore, and
Mamas and Merlot.
and
me.
where Vanessa's at,
Stephanie.
and Stephanie, and Christy.
You gonna do your Funny Dance?
Talking Geek, Comedy Fitness, and of course our primos at Pero Let Me Tell You.
Well, let me tell.
By the way, I don't know if it's this episode or the one before. There's a story about how TJ almost got on the Real World Hawaii, and his dad threw out his plane ticket. And yeah, no, listen to that episode because it's so fucking great.
Oh wow, I'm sorry about that.
Sorry, DJ.
Oh, and you can check out my writing at Missy Writer on Instagram. Missy MISSYWRITER Writer. And and my website missywrites.com. Thank you so much for listening, and that's how podcasting is done.
Yeah.
The thing, the button, the right. Bye.
Bro podcast. We talk about movies, TV, geek stuff, news, pop culture, and it's funny, motherfucker.